All right, guys.
Natin yung Bren lang malakas. Haters
Love it.
gonna hate.
There we have it. 2-0
All right.
is going to be the best case
I'm not
scenario
gonna lie to
para
y'all.
sa Bren Esports
I'm
para
not
ma-get
gonna
this
lie to you
seed
guys. All
advantage
right.
next week. Pero
I
kung
just woke
sakali
up
naman na Bren Esports gets a 2-1
about
gaya
like
ng nakalagay dito, they will still
10 minutes
maintain
ago.
the upper bracket spot dahil nakuha nila ang 2 puntos para
But
sa kanilang kupunan. But again,
I'm
it
trying to turn on
doesn't
my
stop
AC.
there. Dahil dalawa ang
But
matches na natitira para
I'm
sa
ready to
Bren
fucking go.
Esports. They will either need to win one match sa
Just
susunod
woke
na
up,
serie, which will be happening in the next
but I
day,
got
or
sleep.
kailangan
I got
matalo
sleep,
ang Echo ng isang match lamang para
and I'm
ma-secure
ready to
nila
go.
ang first seed at makuha din nila ang advantage.
I got rest.
Talagang matagal na nilang hinihintay because
Oh,
from
what the hell's going on here?
information na naibigay sa atin ni Kuya Bok from a while ago, nasabi niya na ang Bren Esports every single time that they have the
I'm ready to freaking go, guys.
priority sides available for them,
We got sleep way better than other times. I'm going. I'm fueled.
happens for the side of Bren Esports. Wait lang, o sige, ulitin natin. Ngayon, since ano eh, gamay mo yung 2-0 eh. What if 2-1 naman ngayon ang nangyari para sa Bren?
Ano, pag natuwa lang pag
Alright.
natuwa nila yung blacklist,
Whew.
after secured lang sila.
Alright. Okay ka na doon.
Pero pag natuwa, ayun, top 1 po sila.
There we have
Good
it.
morning,
This
good
is the
evening,
best guy.
wherever you are around the world.
Maraming salamat. Let's move over to the side of Blacklist International because here with me is from Blacklist Academy, Aeon na grabe no, pogi ng tagahawak ko ng ano, ng whiteboard. Naparami ng possibilities na mangyari for the side of Blacklist International. Una,
Alright.
if Blacklist secures a sweep for today,
Oof.
then that means na masisecure na nila ang third seed for their team. And hindi lang yun, magkakaroon din sila ng pagkakataon to actually secure the first seed kung sakali na mas-sweep naman nila ng 2-0 ang kanilang mga kalaban. And Echo also gets to lose 0 or 1 game lamang kumara sa kanilang mga susunod na kalaban. And Bren will also lose 0-2 sa kanilang mga susunod na laban. So ayun, given this, since galing ka naman
We
sa
live,
college,
guys.
you're a very well-known student. Ano
If you're just coming in, leave a comment, say hello.
Pag Blacklist secures 2-0.
Kapag naka 2-0 sila,
Blacklist
secure
secures
nila yung
2-0.
place.
Right?
I don't know.
That pala.
We'll see. I think this is going to be a good game, though. Better be some good games, bro. It's Bren versus Blacklist.
Naman, makasecure sila ng 2-1, they're still gonna be securing third
Bro, I'm
seed.
still waking
So,
up.
the first one here is makukuha nila yung third.
Oh my god, blocking the bamboo plant. Can't do that, bro. Gotta keep the aesthetic.
Kasi yung pinakamataas na posible nilang maabot if they get a split win.
Good afternoon from
is going
Jakarta,
to be
dude.
28 points
Jakarta, dude.
para doon sa susunod nila na matchup. So, with this, Bren will get an
Good
upper
morning.
spot
It's
dahil
3 a.
tapos
It's
ng
4 a.m. for me. I just woke up. Just woke up, guys. About 10 minutes ago.
28 points nga sila ngayon.
Made myself some coffee.
Blacklist will get
Came in
the
here.
maximum of 28 since nakuha naman nila yung split. So ngayon, nagamay mo din yung 2-0 kanina. What if Blacklist secures 2-1?
Zero Britannia. Bro, there's so
Okay
many
lang.
zeros out
Ano,
here.
malalaman niya din yan later on because again, for this
Sorry,
time
I don't
around,
mean
for
to.
both
I'm
of
not. I
them,
don't mean to
isang
sound
unang
rude
beses
or
na
anything.
kailangan nilang gawin is to secure
I'm
the
just-
upper bracket. And again, possibility pa
Um,
para sa kanilang mga koponan dahil mahalaga na makuha nila ang victory for both.
You thought I was asleep? Nah, this meant an alarm for when my stream started, bro. Stop the cap.
For today,
What's
ito,
up,
bibigyan
Trex?
na
I'm just
tayo
joking.
ng pagkapanalo because they will
Did you
not
get any sleep?
secure their very own upper bracket spot pero dahil dito ay makukuha din nila ang first seed advantage. And ano nga ba ang nilalaman ng first seed advantage? Alam mo ba? Alam mo ba? Now for first seed advantage, you will absolutely get to have yung priority ng sides.
That's not healthy, bro.
Pili kung anong side yung gusto nila, mapa blue side or red side for all of the matches, specifically for the odd ones, the 1, 3, and 5. Kung saan
No, bro.
later on. Meanwhile, if makuha nga nila ulit yung 2-1 na nakita natin kanina, they will still technically secure an upper bracket spot.
Little boys don't
Nakuha
sleep.
naman nila yung
Real Chads live off of 5 hours of sleep a night.
for the rest of the members of Blacklist International, 2-0 to keep
Boom,
the first
boom,
seed
boom,
hope alive,
boom, boom,
and
boom.
2-1 to
No, I'm just
secure
joking.
the third spot. This is Blacklist International versus Bren Esports. Casters, back to you.
Who's casting tonight? Who's casting tonight? Leo, Naisu?
A live class for Professor Sona, not in the backstage, but in the front stage.
Fresh grad,
Students there.
fresh grad prof.
Yeah, fresh grad prof.
Where's Leo and
He is
Naisu?
A fresh grad professor. Very
Where's my boys at?
It's actually Sona. There's a revelation for you all. By the way, more on the point system.
Just kidding. I love you too. I love you too, Reptar.
Along with the top seed being able to choose
I like Reptar too.
5 and 6, top 3 and 4 that they're going to be facing up against. Top 3 actually also gets to choose between their opponents of seed 5 and seed 6. Now, if it's still relatively unclear at this point, as the week goes on,
Bro, I got my coffee. I got my coffee. We're ready to go, bro.
will be fluctuating often.
Rendi Navianto.
Of the games. Put things simply, starting things first off with Blacklist International versus Bren Esports.
Little baby looking barely half awake. Bro, I just woke up.
That's it. Their upper bracket and
I'm ready to go.
secured. However, if
I'm ready to go, guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
they
No one's sleepy over here.
secured, but not top seed, there is still a chance
We're gonna do our stretches.
for
Oh,
Blacklist to
Oh.
chase them. Now, there's still a lot of computations there. It's the part of the
We're ready,
regular
bro.
season where we
We're ready.
guess ourselves.
Yeah.
We've gone through this so many times.
Don't worry, don't worry. I tried the computation myself. I ended up meeting Doctor Strange.
Okay.
There's so many universes
Oh.
to get to. There's so many possibilities to look at, and after that, I just gave up, and I said to myself, hell of it. I just want to enjoy it.
Bren versus Blacklist. Who's gonna take it, guys? Let me hear them guesses.
Blacklist International, in the start of the season,
Let's see.
It was still Owl there, so
Let's see.
it was still Super Red, but now it's a different Black that Bren has to face. So
Here we go,
let's
pull.
Let's talk about the coaches of the teams now.
Bren versus Black. Bren, easy. Black with the upset. Put those votes in, boys. Put those votes in, boys. Oh no, the music. I shouldn't have done any of the music.
Throughout the season, these bees did nothing but prove anew their age-old.
Bren Esports. The bees coming straight out of the hive, ready to sting, ready to take out the agents one by one. They lead the leaderboard currently, ready to be victorious over this season. Can they continue their win streak, or will Blacklist bring them down? Let's give it up for Bren Esports. There we go, guys. I don't know. Blacklist International, a team that had a little bit of trouble coming in the beginning of this season, now finding a spot at number 3. Looking for the number 2, going against the previous champions of the world before themselves in 2021, the 3-time MPL champions, the Agents, Blacklist International. Woo! What's up, Holmes? Blacklist International coming in.
Coach Ducky. History, influence, prestige. 2 storied franchises, 1 goal. First seed.
And they are up on our screens right now. Bren Esports, Super Marco, Kyle Teasy, Flap Teasy, Few, and Ogwent.
Yep, this is Bren Esports, the current top seed of the regular season.
Lawrence
The
Cervantes,
Giants
if I cast
up
this game, I'll
against
stay.
Blacklist International. And you know what's crazy? Even amongst the players of Bren Esports, we have giants on their side. Super Marco currently holds 4 titles in the achievements leaderboard. Highest GPM, highest kills, and there's so much things to look forward to for Bren Esports. And you also have Ogwin, that was overshadowed last season. Now he is stepping up as one of the highest assist leaders here in the current league. And Bren Esports,
Real,
again,
look
they
at
just
those
gel together.
KDAs.
They have this fantastic
Those are actually
understanding of
solid
how to play
KDAs.
around
Bro,
momentum in early game,
6.68.
Translate that and convert that into objectives.
Here for Blacklist International, Wise, Edward, Yue, Oh My Venus, and shining ever since his addition to the lineup out in the gold lane.
Again, Blacklist International, time and time again, they proved that they are the meta shapers, and we've seen that a lot during the season. There are changes in terms of the meta, but at the same time, they were able to adapt. And look at that, the kill participation for the players are really on point. The 84% for you and even for Oh My Venus, it goes to show that for the rotation of Blacklist International,
Owl has made a difference, huh? Poor Super Red.
Leadership from OM Venus and the damage from Yue. And it is a type of lineup we're in. The moment Owl was part of the lineup, they were more aggressive, and at the same time, there's a difference on how they really play and how they really execute their performance.
Yeah, as we look
I
at
think,
the
I don't know, I mean,
however, we've talked a lot about Edward, but Midnight, we're gonna have to talk about the flap effect.
Yeah.
At one
The
point,
flap
Flap,
effect.
the brightest rookie, became a champion, world champion in his rookie
What happened to
season.
Super Red?
Then he fell off.
They told him
But
you weren't
this
super
NBA
enough, bro. We gotta drop
then
you. We gotta bring in
he's
the
had a
Owl.
resurgence, and baby, Flap is back.
You're not super
You know,
enough,
I gotta
Mr.
admit,
Red.
Flap TZ,
We have to bring
he's
in
had
the
an
Owl.
underwhelming Season 10. Season 11 came
The
in,
first
and
ghoul
he
ever.
came into play to prove to everybody that this is still Flap TZ, even though at
Come
some
on,
point he
Ken
dropped the
Ken
TZ,
Ken
title,
Ken
he was
Kaneki, you
still
know who the
capable
Owl
of
is, bro.
showing up in games, and
You should
right
know.
Now I'm seeing a more fundamental approach from the X-Plane, and this is why Bren Esports' game is much better compared to their last season.
Yeah, and if you go back to the matchup,
He's
of
the
Bren
first
Esports
ghoul,
and
bro.
Blacklist International earlier in the season, that was actually one of the clinchers.
He's the
as to
first
why
half-human ghoul.
Blacklist, had a difficult time against Bren
Come on, guys.
because of
The one-eyed owl,
he was
bro.
able to keep Edward contained,
There you
and
go.
even, got past Edward in terms of map presence. Flaps feeling it this season.
Yeah, actually, it's also a good thing that they were able to meet up early this season, because we could see now the changes from Edward's playstyle as compared to Flap TZ, and we've seen a lot of the heroes now being used on MPL Season 11, and one of those heroes is Arlott. So we might see a matchup with Arlott and sustain heroes from Edward. And I'm just really looking forward, because if you change type of hero that you are supposed to play, if you go sustain or if you go damage, it means that there's going to be a different dynamic for our teams.
What are going to be the dynamics of these two teams? Let's talk about it in the Infinix Keys to Victory with the analyst over in the Filipino broadcast.
Hold on. Everyone say hi. Hi, everyone say hi, Instagram.
Para naman sa Bren Esports, also very important because they want to secure the top spot. So ano nga ba yung kailangan ng
Everyone say hi,
teams na to na
Instagram.
gawin? Ito yung Keys to Victory brought to us by Infinix. For Bren Esports, the cheese picks are working. Try being cheesier. This time, alam natin na ang Blacklist International, magaling silang mag-download. Yung Bren Esports, for the longest time din sinasabi natin sila yung mag-download game. But after all of the sweeps, nakita natin mula sa Bren Esports, parte dyan yung mga cheese picks na nakikita natin. For example, yung mga Nathan, yung mga Edith pick nila, eventually na makikita natin, kailangan mas maging creative sila going up against Blacklist International. Dahil surely, ang Blacklist ay magaling mag-aral ng kanilang mga opponents. This could also be true in this game. Para sa Blacklist International,
Alright, I got you guys.
Ube your way into the
Ube
upper bracket.
your way.
Nagkaroon lang yung experience, pero pares pa rin newbie.
Copy.
Yan ang common sa Blacklist International for many times in their championship runs. But this time, para ma-secure nila yun, they have to resolve back to their comfort ways. Maging mas creative. Ngayon, dumadami na rin yung mga picks katulad ng Flory na biglang pwedeng gamitin ng Blacklist International. So hindi na talaga maubusan ng heroes dito si Oh My Venus. For both teams, beware of flanking explainers. At yung kailangang abangan. Maganda yung mga macro gameplay ng dalawang explainers natin at dyan sila nag-excel. This is what they should be looking at. Tignan palagi yung mapa, markahan ko na sa explain. Yan ang kailangan ng gawin ng dalawang teams natin.
Wolf, the super analyst.
Brought to us by Infinix.
Bro, supers are not over teasies or cuties. Supers are like bottom of the list, bro.
Well, as you always do, but looking cute while doing
Bro, ISF on the line. All right, we're going to talk about that in between games. This game, these games, we're really going to focus on the games, guys. We're really going to focus on the games. So anyone that's asking me questions about ISF or mentioning stuff like that, we'll talk about it after because I want to record something when I'm talking about that. So,
this game a lot. Yeah, I feel like that's
and I
why
also
the
want to
games
record
like
my
the
reactions to
factor
these games.
here
So,
with Blacklist and Bren, because
yeah,
movement is gonna become
we're
detrimental.
gonna focus on the
Getting
games.
early
Coach
game potential and
Deku in the
momentum right? And
house.
usually it comes from the XP.
Man, up at
Because
4
first
a.m. with
turtle,
me.
What
I like your
dictates whoever
style.
gets to control the turtle is whoever clears the XP lane much faster compared to the other side, because you are able to participate in the fight and you are able to zone out the enemy jungler. That is why XP laners is crucial when it comes to taking objectives, and we all know that Edward loves shoving wave as soon as possible.
Yeah, ube your way into the upper bracket. That is the
Roma plays.
victory for Blacklist International. And on your screens, you're seeing, oh, gonna know my Venus. And I know they're gonna be a focus as well.
All right, guys, this is Bren versus Blacklist. I will not have any blasphemy in the chat right now, okay?
Is Ube really
No
good
blasphemy in the chat right now, Ken Kaneki.
or will they have to think twice about pulling that off?
Don't be in here. It's 4 a.m. It's way too early for me to be reading some bullshit in the chat.
Since then, since they introduced this strategy, and at the same time, there might be a contest with the Lolita pick. We saw that earlier, having Ogwen and
No starting, no debates this morning, okay, guys?
Gonna rack up a lot of haters.
That means everybody. No debates with Deku this
Deku
morning.
Every category. Hero pool.
Let's
Stats,
keep it lighthearted.
assists,
This is
team
Blacklist
fight. I mean,
versus
of course,
Bren.
is definitely more part of team fights, of Blacklist team fight participation, but Ogwen's conversion has been more phenomenal for Bren Esports.
So it's really more on the battle of leadership in terms of decision making. We've all known that Ogwen is.
I will say
is a
this.
star
This is
player,
the only
but
statement I have to say.
at
Me and
the same
Deku
time,
were talking about the
Ogwen is
Ackerman
type of
BTK
leader
game
that
before it
brings the
happened,
team whenever
and Deku was
they are
like,
needed
it could
for
go
the
either.
fight.
We were
So
both
with
on the
Ogwen
bench
that
of
has-
this
that
could
has
go
a
either
lot
way.
of potential from Bren Esports. He has to.
And that's why we bring
be
such a nice
prepared mentally
contrast.
against
I gave the
this
2-0 on
on
on BTK. Deku gave the 2-0 on Ackerman. Come on. Come on. It's the perfect, it's balance, as everything should be.
Yeah, it's those shot calls that for normal
All right, that's it, though.
us, we're thinking,
That's all we talk
really
about
gonna
that,
pull off
guys.
that play? And then they do, because it's Blacklist International and Oh My Venus. But I'm going to add a counter to that as well, a Bren point of view to that. Ogwen might not be the shot caller for Bren as Oh My Venus is to Blacklist. But who does Bren have? It's few. A veteran and a
Oh,
legend
yeah.
in his own
All right.
as we enter the draft. In the previous matchup between these two, the previous meeting, 1-1 was given twice. Let's see if that's going to happen again.
All right, guys, so here we are. Live reaction. Blacklist versus
I believe we're
Bren.
1-1.
Match
We
1,
won't
draft
really
1
see that because we have a strong
Final
margin
week
here for both of our
of
teams.
MPL Season
Maybe
11
the Arlott,
playoffs.
we've mentioned that earlier. Is there going to be a contest? I'm really looking forward for that Arlott ban. Correct me if
How's the
I'm wrong,
volume right now, guys, of the
Hopefully-
casters and me talking over it? Am I clear over it? Hopefully, yes. I'm recording this live.
Come to a point where if Bren lets go of both Arlott and 1-1, if you're Blacklist, what do you get? I mean, Owl is a
All right.
marksman player, but you want... Okay, never mind.
Glue ban, Kaja ban.
So, Arlott...
Wanting to stop some pressure.
Here's the problem. Redren and Arlott
Bren, on the other hand, taking out the 1-1, taking out the Joy. I think game 1, draft 1, things stay pretty simple, right? Straight up forward. Nothing too crazy with exactly target. I am wondering if Bren is going to target Venus here, how confident they feel going against some of his signature heroes like the SDs, things of that nature. I think Bren isn't going to waste too many bans like that. The Valentina ban as well. Valentina's been someone that's been very crucially picked, I feel like, globally right now. And it also shows that it's not something that Blacklist wants to prio up front. With the Valentina ban, very possible we see a Fredrin, Arlott still open as well right now. Bren, I'm wondering if they're going to ban that out. Arlott is just like taking over the XP lane. And with the glue ban, we start, I could see Blacklist kind of aiming for that right now, possibly.
So this is what it feels like to be in between two of the best analysts.
I mean, you are an analyst too, so...
That's what I feel like. Oh, that's coming from the first ever winner of the best Filipino caster. And the first one to do it as an analyst.
Maybe caster voice 10% louder.
So
Ooh, Arlott. Okay, Arlott ban.
Arlott ban. All right, so now this, with the glue ban, the Arlott ban comes back from Bren. So now we're thinking, all right, They go for the Lapu Lapu instead. But either way, they still focus EXP lane first, which I think is a good call, right?
Yeah.
First pick because we
It is.
usually see Fredrin
Yeah.
more on the jungle heroes or maybe
It makes
heroes
Bren
that also
double
just
think about maybe
consider
picking up the
back
Farza
into the
immediately. It's
backline.
like, now they have the Lapu. Do we want to pick up the Farza immediately? It is a lot of pressure. We have to think about our back line now. Gold lane still open. Melissa still open. I think it's a high chance we see the Melissa from Bren here.
This is anti-flap. This is Blacklist draft trying to completely
Beatrix
negate
also still
the
open.
presence of Lapu Lapu.
Fanny's
I like
still
the answer.
open.
They go for
Fredrin Yves, which is
so that
solid.
Blacklist is not going to pick up the Claude. So for Blacklist, they don't have the Eve option anymore for UN.
I think it's definitely...
Next best thing is Savior. That's the only remaining hero
Or
for
Farsa.
for UN. Or Farsa. And you can
I think they have to
the
pick up...
Melissa.
They got to pick
Both
up the Farza here.
are, both
Farza
they're not
Melissa,
better
question
than
mark?
Blacklist
Farza
because
Melissa?
They suffer during the fights. Because if you let go of the, if you let go of the for the airstrike and you have the Melissa
Or do they lock in Venus early?
out with the reload manipulation of the Eve, and then the Fredrin comes into play because he can play around those areas where he can just commit.
They
a
locked
lot
in
of
Venus
damage
early, pick up the
outside of
Estes
Blacklist. So they go
and the
for
Farza.
Estes.
Okay.
Now you get Claude for Supermarker, one of the best Claude players.
Now Bren locks
outside
in
of,
gold lane.
Bren Esports.
This
And
is
bans
actually a
out
nice
gold
pick
lane.
For Blacklist International, they really want to go in par with this AOE damage from Farsa and Eve. So we've mentioned earlier, we've asked if they are to go for
Or they lock in
this strategy. So here's the answer.
Rome.
They wanna go in again for
Rome or
this
gold,
Estes.
I think, here.
Another
Rome or gold
hero
here.
That has sustained for the jungle.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, since Blacklist International didn't really go for Freddy,
I think it's
we
a
might see
solid pick to
different
pick up
hero
your...
for Wise.
They could pick up the Claude as well, but I feel like the Melissa also does a job with the Muddles, right? You get multiple hits against the Estes. Claude could be solid here, though, against the Estes. Lolita. Atlas. Oh! I mentioned the Fanny in the very, very beginning.
Because here's the thing.
Here's where the Fredrin was solid, right? Because, again, once again, Fredrin can get flexed. And I think that's why so many people sleep, especially in the current meta. Fredrin's, like, not as good in the jungle. It's not like it is still very, very good in the jungle. But it's not like do or die in the jungle. And this is where the Fanny's really clutch right here. Because Blacklist already showed their hand with the Estes, now you're limiting yourself, right? And I think that's one of the reasons it could have maybe been better for Blacklist to not pick up an Estes so early, to maybe pick up the gold lane instead. Kai gets banned. Now we're really limiting Wise. Melissa ban. Marksman is way down. I think we possibly see the Moskov from the side of Blacklist here.
I would say okay.
Moskov from Blacklist. Maybe Jungle Cho. Moskov Jungle Cho? Question mark.
That is if they are
Moskov Jungle Cho, just to deal with the Fanny.
Barats is still an option for
Yeah.
Blacklist International because you don't play the CC fight against Bren Esports. You play the sustain game.
Yep.
And it's hard for Bren Esports to burst down its Barats. It's because of the fact that Estes is here. And if you focus too much resources on the Barats, you also have
Moskov Jungle Grok, Moskov Jungle Cho.
And the usual combo for Blacklist International having Estes are those type of heroes. So Barretts could be one. And why do I feel like for Blacklist International, it's a
If
good
I'm not
idea to
answering
get
chat,
actually
guys,
Moskov
I'm sorry. I'm
in
trying
the
to.
opportunity.
I want to record this as a live reaction as well.
It's a nice option for them. So could be one, but it's gonna be.
Feel free to say hi to the VOD in the chat.
It's a Moscow pick.
Yeah, so they really.
Because your guys' chat will be in the video. I just want to record a live reaction to this game.
By the way, Blacklist International, we haven't seen this before. But
Just
they're
coming in,
looking
welcome,
for them
welcome,
also
welcome.
To do that tank
Carry
slot
ban?
type of play.
Oh,
Bro, imagine.
bring out
Hold on.
Wise's Season 4 performance capability on the Assassins, but put it on tank.
I like this.
It's Wise signature.
I like it. It's like we're writing fan fiction, but it makes a lot of sense.
Because it has a lot of reference.
Yeah, we have a lot of references backed up by numbers. Like everything we've said, like everything, all the options that we posited here make
There's
a lot of sense
footnotes
to
on
me.
the back.
Yeah, the Moskovs
Claude.
sounds great.
Oh, I like
Moskov
it.
sounds really great.
Bren
Okay.
goes
I think it's
Claude,
Moskov.
they end up going Claude but I think they want to go
I think
for
they
a
have to
major
pick up the
for Weeb.
Moskov here.
But doesn't this put a lot of pressure on
Especially
the
since they
Blacklist?
banned into marksman. I feel like they're kind of showing their hand and going for a bit of an off-brand pick, but it still works well against the Fanny. Moskov, Jungle Cho, bro. Give us it. Moskov, Jungle Cho. Maybe Barats.
There are 3 marksmen in the game.
But I think
With the Lapu-Lapu, it's the Claude, it's the Carry, and it's also the Brody. And I feel like this is the reason why they picked it up on the side of Bren. Now, Blacklist, do you go Barats or Guinevere for Wise? That is the question.
Right,
Because
the Gwyn.
I feel like Beatrix is a likely
Moskov, Jungle Cho.
Blacklist International, even though you'd want the Moskov, but Moskov he doesn't just do anything against the Brody. So I feel like Beatrix is
Barats,
a
Jungle
option here for Blacklist. So they
Oh.
Beatrix and Barats. But
I'm not going to lie, I don't like it.
Diggy is on the table for Bren Esports.
And we all know that Bren Esports
Oh.
is using a Diggy for Owen, so it is a type of a hero that could really negate that.
Diggy just nullifies everything right here.
Blacklist International.
No Daytona's welcome.
No Daytona's welcome. Maybe a counter as well for the bravest fighter here coming in from Edward, and for Bren.
Bren FTW.
To have that space for the Brody.
Bratz Estes is good too, right? But I'm more worried about Owl here.
If there's a possibility to go later than the others for a team fight, Fanny is the best option for them.
Are we gonna get it? Will we
Diggy.
hear a hoot hoot? Is it the owl?
Give me the
We
hoot.
heard it. There it is.
Lolita.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
It's
was
a-
that you?
Yeah, that was me.
I said Lolita in the very beginning of this game. Now,
Yeah, Midnight, you sound like
Lolita works well too. They
You
don't
got
really
me
need the
there.
Diggy.
It is gonna be
Lolita works
a
great.
Lolita
And it gives Kyle Teasy the opportunity to just come in and mess things up, wreck things. Same thing with Super Marco. You have Flap Teasy. I really like the composition. You also have the Yeve, which works great against this, which works great against the composition of Blacklist right here because they want to fight in a pocket, and Yeve is going to put them in a pocket that they don't want to be in, right? I don't know. I think Bren's draft right now, wrecking.
And when we say Ube, yes, the natural counter is that Num Num Blast coming in from the Lolita, but it has to be perfect with the timing. And we all know that Purifies can be a headache with those type of AoE crowd control. So timing is a battle here and is a factor. For
Yeah,
both of
plus
the
the
team
Brody.
options.
Plus the Brody is looking for you to be stacked up on top of each other so he can get his passive stacks off. Like I feel like literally everything that Blacklist has here is kind of getting countered by Bren, not going to lie. It's looking a little rough for them. What's interesting is like in past MPLs, we've seen them hard counter the Fanny with picks like the Moskov, with picks like Jungle Cho, things like that. They decide not to go for it here, which is kind of like, oh, guys. I really thought that's what they were gonna bring in,
Again, that's the main concern.
because they've done things like that before, right?
You want to be able to fight into Blacklist International, but you don't have enough power in terms of stopping them. Because your main worry is that if this Lolita and Fanny combination does not work in the early game, you're still susceptible to being ran over by Blacklist International. That's why the DG pick sounded much well, I call Lolita a safer pick now that I think about it. I think Diggy was safer because you do get that counter initiation with the Times Journey. You get the shield from it.
Chow doesn't work with Estes, it's true, but
Slows coming out from the Barats and the Estes. But with the Lolita, it
but
does
I
give
still
you
think it's
in terms of initiation.
it
If
can
this
still be
doesn't
solid
work
though.
for
I mean, when dealing with the Fanny, they already picked the Estes. They have to kind of think about that, right? And I get it. Like Barats isn't really a problem.
Yeah,
They could have gone maybe Jungle Kaja. Like I just feel like something to deal with the Fanny, yo.
I believe that having
Kaja was
the
still
type of
open.
hero on their lineup makes them more aggressive, knowing that in terms of the latent, yes, there is
EXP Fred can be solid. I don't. He's nothing like EXP Fredrin isn't anything that's like
It is a type of Blacklist International.
anything to
because they are
call home to mom about,
for the
but
fight, and
he's solid. I think he can go toe to toe with most EXP. He can stalemate, which is good. As long as your XP laner cannot lose lane, which I think the Fredrin can pull off, you're good. He doesn't have to exactly win lane. He just needs to not lose lane. As long as he can stalemate. And I think Fredrin can do that with just about anybody. if they decide to focus on EXP lane, Fredrin does lack the escapability, right? He's not as good as running away. He doesn't have any dash. Like, he does have a little bit of a dash, but still nothing major.
The drafting, he's huge.
All right, let's jump in. This is game 1, Blacklist up against Bren.
He's taller than he's broody. Because he's broad.
Yeah.
And he's tall. Yeah,
I
broad.
like it. I like
He's broad
it.
and tall.
I like it. Wordplay.
Oh yeah, again, this is going to be a game wherein they're really fighting for the upper bracket seed, or maybe the top seed here in our playoffs, and the leadership for our captains, and at the same time how they will really play against each other.
You hear the fans in the background. Welcome to Friday night fight night here in MPL Philippines, midnight. What are the conditions early on for both teams?
Well, for Bren Esports, again, they have to make this little leader work. They have to make Blacklist bleed on the early parts of the game. When
Who got that? Who got that? Wise gets the litho.
That's the time where you feel Blacklist's strength. So
You and Venus got to be careful mid. Everyone needs to be careful, bro. Matt Melvin Maniz, welcome to the Dinos. My man. With the membership.
That is indeed
Hell yeah, bro.
a slow start actually for our teams. Even the Visioners are just positioning themselves on the brushes, and we don't really see this come into week 5. So a more stable game for both our teams.
Yeah, taking things nice, easy, slow, and steady.
Oh!
Flat there, a little bit of a micro distance. Getting it.
But
Oh, God.
That is going to be a first blood.
Bro.
Kyle Teasy of
So
Bren
here's a big
Esports.
problem with the
Yes,
SDs. I say it all the time when I see teams pick it, even with Venus on it, bro. And something as mobile, like, first of all, you're already giving up so much. Like, he's so squishy in the laning phase.
Now,
And he was squishy in the laning phase even when you had, like, tank jungles on the enemy team. But when you have something like a Fanny, when you have an assassin and it's rough, oh, bro, Wise? Bro, the Bulwark. That was remember when that happened to Zane and M3, guys? One of his first times playing Barats. The Lolita against him. Uh-oh. Good damage on Edward. He's forced to back off. All right, Bren having a good start so far. And once again, it just feels like so much of their comp.
that's why I'm still stuck.
Like, that right there was just a good example of how bad their comp deals with Blacklist here.
Coming down from Kyle TZ, he knows that he is a fanny. There's no way in hell, even in the land of dawn, that he can be caught out by the Detona's welcome. So when he saw Wise there, he was like, okay, I'm gonna try and take down this dinosaur. No crowd control, cannot eat me, I can just fly away.
It's a lot easier for Kyle Teasy during that moment, but right now for Bren Esports, they are on the lead.
Benny A, just the thing is they need the Purify here, right? Because of the, they need the Purify in case Venus gets caught in a bad situation. There's a lot of C's. Oh my God! It's GG's, yo.
Super Marco against Owl.
It's GG's. Might not be, but it feels like GG's.
It hurts because, you know,
The draft is just really bad for Black here.
solely your damage dealer in mid game, even though you have a Lapu Lapu, he's gonna play backline later on, and this Beatrix is the core element to how Blacklist can be able to play in the mid game. So that kill suppresses again Blacklist's capability for the mid game spike.
Yeah, slow and steady are these two teams right now very calculated in terms of where they're going to get their pickoffs. Kyle TZ finding Wise.
Bro.
Ooh, look at that damage from Kyle Teasy.
Onto
Again,
Barats.
Kyle Teasy is as if a bird that is just looking for those players from Blacklist International.
I don't think, so at this point, Black is already in a bad spot, right? They've got a death onto Owl, their gold laner, who's supposed to be their damage. They've got a death onto Venus, who already has a really slow early phase, trying to become a bit bulkier. Luckily, he has hit level 4 here. But Bren just needs to, I mean, look at the pressure Bren's already putting down. Ogwin and Few on Black side of the river, keeping vision for their team. This is going to let Kyle Teasy know exactly where they are and let him just roam freely, trying to get picks in the off lanes. We've already seen Owl, though, make the swap here in the bot lane. Kyle Teasy coming in. A little bit of damage. Wise looking for the Detona's welcome. Will get stunned. Trying to lock it off. Just can't do it. Venus goes down first.
Cables are there. They are everywhere. And another kill for Bren as the goal lead is now
Collapse.
2.5K.
Cables are there everywhere, plus some damage to boot. Bren Esports finds a big victory. And I think Blacklist International knew what might happen midnight because Owl already went for that bottom lane switch, and Flap still getting that crab coin.
Yeah, again, the plays coming out from Flap TZ, he is negating the presence of the heroes on the side of Blacklist International because of the crowd controls that he has, especially with the energy eruption. But again, as you've mentioned, Blacklist, they knew that they cannot compete against Bren Esports at the moment. That's why they plays a bit on the bottom.
Yeah, that's it for game one, yo.
You know, resource management, resource control, and they know where they are weak, they know where they are strong, and mid-game...
Fake Tricks cast in the chat. Bro, change your name. I think it's been a week now.
You know, to get to that point, and they know that the Beatrix needs to get to that point. So they put Owl, on the bottom lane, sacrifice the turtle, but they try.
I don't think there's anything Blacklist can do in this game, yo. Like, I don't think there's anything Blacklist can do this game.
Yeah, and actually for Bren Esports, we could see the shift from being really aggressive to now a team that is waiting for the perfect moment to actually be on that place or that position to go up against Blacklist International in this formation. They're really aware. Look at the respect actually with the formation of Blacklist here at the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's like Bren knows where Blacklist want to go.
Oh my god.
That is the cutthroat for Kyle Teasy. And here comes Bren.
Bro, and Wise is just useless right now. Finally, they do find a pick on a few here. Ogwin taking a little bit of damage. This is good. This is good. Can't get the finish, though. Flap TZ does come in as well. But Super Marco just unleashing from the backside right now. Torn apart memories. Flap TZ dashes in. A pro! Oh, boy.
That was super smooth coming out from Flap TZ.
Oh, God.
Eruption and then a Praise's Wrath. Oh, my Venus was not willing to commit the heal.
That was genius. The flicker into the taunt.
Bruh.
You talked about the flap factor.
The flap factor.
Has, and he comes up big. The Blacklist are still contesting.
Kyle.
Again, from the back, Owl is going to be the target, while the rest of Bren Esports and Blacklist International is fighting for this turtle objective. Who's going to win this? Here comes the reward manipulation. But it's a but the battle is going to be on the hands of Kyle TV. Kill spree for Super Marco.
Oh, the flicker in.
Flicker again. Aggression.
Bro. Whoa! Torn apart. Bro, Bren is just hammering.
This is how
Hammering, bro.
In the lead. They are calculated with forward flickers midnight.
You know, there's no pressure.
Bro, they outdrafted them so hard.
They know for a fact that they need to win.
They locked in the SCs way too early.
The momentum that they have, and again, as you mentioned, those flickers are very, very important because if you manage to shut down the timing of Blacklist International, you have this window wherein you can just continuously play because you out-damage the sustain that Blacklist has. You don't have to worry about the mistakes that you can commit as long as you're choosing the right targets and Flap TZ controlling the right heroes. Bren Esports can just continuously man-fight against Blacklist.
Oh, okay. Bren Esports still in the lead, still dominating. You can clearly see how much homework they did as Edward will be forced back. Bren Esports eyes set. Getting that top turret though. Here comes Wise going forward.
Oh, that is an eye set from Wise.
Uh-oh, there you go. There you go. They take out Few. Good play. Nice snipe shot. Flap TZ low. Gets the Appraisal's Wrath off though. And in comes... That's it. GG's. GG's. Triple, 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 triple. Super Marco takes it.
Actually, 4 from Blacklist.
They did not see that at all. I mean, from the cross map, he came from the middle lane and he was able to catch up towards that fight on the top lane and sustain.
Bro, 8 minutes in. You're about to take an inhibitor. 8 minutes in.
Damage on the side of Bren Esports, especially with Super Marco having the blade of Hepta CZ, he is able to output so
I told you guys. They should have won Cho Moskov.
And even if Blacklist tries to run,
Screw your SDs.
them into their base.
He has actually
Should have won Jungle Cho, Moskov Gold Lane.
Actually securing his buff. So look at the displacement and mobility of this hero. Now Blacklist International, we're waiting for the mid-game sustain coming from the team. But look at that, Bren Esports will start this Lord objective. And there's going to be no contest from Blacklist. It's going to be critical for them if they have the forces. Take note that they have the minion wave clearing. Put it down, Nubia Blast from Ogwen.
Bren for N5? That's a long way away. You never know, bro.
They're forced to back away.
Definitely Bren for MSC. Wise goes down.
And a godlike for Super Marco. The space, the initiation, the implementation, it's just there for Bren Esports.
Dude, the trio of Bren Esports, Few, Ogwin, and Flapteasy, they're just shutting Wise completely down. Few with the Void Crystals, Ogwin forcing out the Tonos welcome with the Numenum Blast, and Wise, he had no choice. And Flapteasy...
Yeah, there's really not much to talk about here, guys.
He just wants to fight. He wants to front line.
Bren is just going to steamroll this and keep going. And there's just no answer for Black, really. Especially with Venus already 5 deaths in. The amount of time they would need to even stand a chance against the composition of Bren be like another 6 minutes, bro. 6 or 7 minutes, bro, before Black even has a chance at this. And they don't have that type of time. Numenon Blast forces him away. Lord cracks through. Down goes Wise. In comes Kyle TZ. Picks up another one. Looking for a third.
After that objective, they just go away, they just back away, and back to what we're doing.
Yeah, and they needed to be disciplined there. They didn't take down the mid tower just yet. It was a good call. What else did Bren do right there, Midnight?
Well, Flapteasy again, not caring about his own life. Like, standing in front of the towers of Blacklist International, just making sure that nobody goes outside. And Blacklist, when they went inside their base, Kyle Teasy went for the chase. He was able to get 1 kill inside the own home of the agents, and this is where you start feeling that there is already no hope, because resource management, it's no longer possible for Blacklist International.
11K gold. That's it, yo.
Yeah, actually, even for Blacklist International, again, we've mentioned about crowd control here, and there's no really stopping against Kyle TZ.
Bro, Kyle TZ feels, look at that. He's just like, meow.
The blade armor.
Yeah. Very, very critical item, because Blacklist International, the only way you shred through the HP of Flapteasy is through the damage output coming out from Owl. And he can no longer do that because the damage will also be reflected, and he is susceptible to dying against Stefani. And one thing that I want to harp on about the place,
Bren can't end, bro.
Over-committing on the Barats. And
they're gonna end.
That you don't see every day, fully committing on a hero. But guess what?
They're gonna end, bro.
They don't have any save mechanism.
If they don't, it'll be great for a reaction video, but they're gonna end.
Resources to control the Barats on the front line, so that Kyle TZ does not have to worry about any form of save. So this is just Bren Esports saying to Blacklist, pull everything towards the Barats and leave your backline with no safety precautions. And Kyle TZ is just abusing that window that he has, where he can just shut down anybody on the side of Blacklist.
And look at that, another free Lord.
Endgame is so far away, bro.
No major objectives taken yet by Blacklist.
Maybe they survive this Lord. Maybe.
Here is commitment. They knew their assignments.
It's important for you to get a good position. Yu's the only one who's doing any damage on the team right now. He's the only one.
Now on the cusp of getting game number 1.
Yeah, indeed. We could see
But
the leader.
Bro.
Again, the damage of Kyle TZ is against a hero that is supposed to be more on the sustain side, but almost already more than half of the HP. So this is going to be
Exactly what I was going to say. Literally, Edward is supposed to be a bulky hero with this Lapu. He's their front line, and he just got melted down by Kyle TZ. Whoever Kyle TZ wants right here, he gets. Whoever he wants, he's taking it. Wise with a lot of damage. Few, real manipulation. A lot of damage. Numenon Blast land onto Venus. Appraisal's Wrath. Yu goes down. This is it. GG's. Well played. Bren takes game 1. Come on. There is no comeback, bro. There is no comeback. Their whole even if that went to the late game, like still, Bren countered them in so many different ways. Bren countered them in so many ways, bro.
That doesn't really doubt on using those flickers just to initiate. If I am playing, I use flicker to escape. But for Bren Esports, they're using it to initiate.
Yeah.
If you've watched Bren week 1 to week 6, and it felt like they're strong, this game is different. Bren looked unstoppable against Blacklist International, and it's really crazy how they commit their skills without any form of hesitation. Blacklist does not get it at all. Like, they don't understand what's happening, and they cannot react to that.
Yeah. one of the most impressive Bren Esports individual game performance I'm sure all of us have seen this season. What else stood out for you there, Chantel, in terms of like, man, how did Bren Esports pull this off?
Well, one thing is how FlapTZ really played. It's as if he's the tank of Bren Esports, and at the same time, how they focus fire on a specific hero.
Yeah.
We could see the purpose of all the heroes that they choose. They chose during this game, even the Fanny, having Bren as their XP lane. It's really more on how they really drafted this game, and at the same time, how they're able to implement that type of hero composition.
Yeah, and it seems like the adjustment as well in the draft for Bren worked out well. That
Definitely.
swerve where that Fredrin went into the XP lane, and then again we talked about the Flap factor. What happened in their first meetup earlier in the season, where Flap actually got to shut down or match Edward. This game, undeniable, Flap just shut down the presence of Edward.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect this from FlapTZ, even though we've seen them, we've seen him come up with better plays, but this is definitely FlapTZ.
Yeah.
With world class.
Oh my goodness. We didn't get Flap to Flap, but we did see world-class Flap back in action.
All right.
You saw that right. That was Bren dominating against Blacklist International. Now I'm sure there's a lot more that Midnight over
Look
there.
at Naisu in his Echo jacket.
From this game. So
Look at Naisu. All right, I can talk to chat now, guys. Look at
There's
Naisu in his
definitely a
Echo
lot
jacket.
more that happened in this game, but I wanna
My dog
say
looking
that
like
there's a lot
Chad.
of confidence coming out from Bren
Real
Esports.
Chad vibes
They-
by
the
Naisu.
commitment that they've showed in this game was
World champ
phenomenal.
repping in
Blacklist
18
International,
degrees.
I said earlier that if you don't get it, it's because of the fact that you don't see this every day. You don't see.
You want your
Bren
analysis, guys? Here we go. Here's your
Esports
analysis.
without having
Let me
to
give you guys the real analysis. Blacklist got outdrafted. World classly outdrafted. GG's, well played. There's your analysis. There's really not much to say about this, bro.
controlling heroes on the side of
In
Blacklist,
so many
they
ways.
didn't have any time to
From
work that at all because there's just so many things.
the Lolita counters,
So many crowd controls as well from
the whole
side of
composition
the,
practically.
of Bren Esports.
with the Noon on Blast onto the Ube strat, along with the Bulwark Shield countering Wise's Daytona's Welcome. Two huge things that Blacklist need for this composition to work. Ogwin counters. Then we have the Fanny to get to the backside, and Blacklist literally brings nothing to deal with the Fanny. They have nothing to deal with Kyle Teasy. The Moskov could have been better. So many things they still could have picked at the end there, and they weren't. They decided not to go for it. You have the Yves, who once again, counters the Ube strat. Puts them all inside of a pocket, exactly what Bren wants. Super Marco on the Brody gets stacks against the Ube strat. When everyone's grouped up, he's just first scaling and hammering in from the back line. Edward wants to dive to the back line, but the way that the game went, so quickly scaling into the favor of Bren, he can't even do that, or else he instantly gets melted. He goes in, and they just flicker. They reposition with the flicker, and boom.
Well farmed up. He was sitting at 969 GPM by the end of the game. Was able to get a lot of gold going on for him and get the damage output he needed. But the man of the hour is Fanny on Kyle TZ. Yes, you heard that right. Fanny on Kyle TZ. 8-0.
Oh, man.
What a beautiful performance coming out from the jungler of Bren Esports. Again, the mindset of playing into the Barats really came into play here. He knows that he cannot be taken down, he cannot be controlled, so he just kept going in. He kept going in, going out, and Blacklist International, they had no answers against the Fanny. And he
I think I got something in my nostrils.
for the majority of this game because, again, there's no crowd control on the side of Blacklist International. The plan was simple.
No, I'm just waking up. Don't go to sleep on us now. I'm not. These are wake up yawns.
Target are the backline heroes. That was the reason why Al was not able to play in this game for Blacklist. The Beatrix was completely shut
Venus
down.
already
And
proved
for
you
the
wrong many
very
times,
first
dude.
15 minutes,
Yo, Venus?
Kyle TZ
No, bro.
knew his advantage. He went to
He
his
didn't.
top lane, got a kill, and even poked the Barats
When
on
Venus,
the field.
when Blacklist was on fire, I was rooting for him.
The flicker in with the energy eruption and a lot
I'm not
of
saying they can't pull it back in game 2. It's possible,
LTZ was jumping
but not if they're doing that.
from miles away. He was not in the vision of Blacklist International. That's why
Captain YT, what's up, bro? Bro, that flicker taunt was so clean.
The damage output at all. He was bursted down from half HP to 0. That's how powerful the Fredrin is if he has full stacks. And of course,
Scientifically,
generally speaking,
yawning
short,
means brain
that can be
restart.
converted
True.
into damage. Now, Bren Esports, they were again continuously fully committing.
There's
on
another
Blacklist.
brain restart
That
for you.
when Blacklist International tries to re-engage and support Wise on the front line, there's no longer any form of support on the back.
Mobazane will win MSC. He might not
The
go to
sole
MSC,
reason
bro.
Why Kyle TZ was able to have this amazing access towards Owl, and also the reason why Blacklist cannot fight at all, because their sole damage dealer is not present on the majority of these fights, and that was the
All right, though.
that was the catalyst for Bren Esports.
All right, though.
On
We do. We
number one.
well, we have a
Anders-
second. We have some stuff to talk about, guys. Well, we have a second. We have some stuff to talk about. Captain YT, I got some clips. I got some clip content for you, bro. Hold on. ISF. ISF. Let's pull it up. Sheesh. Big news. Big news, guys. Big news. Mobile Legends Bang Bang developer Mountain Games has partnered with the United States Esports Federation, a subsidiary of the Network of Academic and Scholastic Esports Federations, NASEF, for the IESF World Championship 2023 ! The tournament will take place in Lassi, Romania, and will bring together 130 countries in the global esports community. The North American Challenger, here's the kicker, the North American Challengers Tournament has been hosted by Mountain Games in the Americas for over a year, with the Spring 2023 iteration serving as the qualifier for ISF 2023. NACT Spring 2023 Finals will take place in Las Vegas on May 14th and will determine the North American team going to ISF. USEF is excited to partner with Mountain Games for NACT Spring 2023, providing players with an international pathway for esports development and leveling up the playing field for community-led and professional teams. In addition, this partnership aligns with NASEF's unwavering commitment to empower students through esports and bridge the gap between education and esports. Follow Mobile Legends Bang Bang and United States Esports Federation for more info. Hashtag NASEF, hashtag USEF, hashtag MLBB, hashtag esports. Now, listen, man, we were already excited. We were already excited, guys. Listen, we were already very excited. We were like, yo, finally, NA gets a league of its own. NACT goes from being turned into a tournament to a league this year in 2023. I called it last year. Everyone was like, where's our MPL? I said, we're probably not going to get it, but next year, we got this. What happens? Next year, we get this. On top of that, they give us a big cherry. They say, we're going to give you guys a league, but also, you're coming to MSC, baby. We're all like, woo! We're all happy. We're all ecstatic. Last year, we were all asking, when are we going to get why didn't we get a slot in ISF? And what happens just to put another cherry on top of the pie, just to get things even hyper, they announced that. NA is also going to ISF, which I think is just bruh. Pretty much whoever wins this NACT going on a full tour this summer, enjoying themselves this summer, going to MSC, maybe flying. What's the date on I mean, it's, bro. I got to cast for some of this stuff, bro. I need to tag along. Just put me on the plane with the winners, and let me go with them. We'll cast for MSC. We'll cast for ISF. I'm trying to go on tour with the guys, with the boys. Whoever goes with the boys, I'm trying to go with them. Second place does not go to I don't know. They haven't announced that. I'm pretty sure it's just the winners. You have to think, the reason why it's in Romania is, here's the thing. ISF isn't only for Mobile Legends. It is a full-scale esports tournament with like 8 different games that they have global tournament. They have a world championship for all during that week or two. So like if you're at the venue, different games are getting played in different places and stuff and different teams. So you can you get like a day pass or whatever. You can go watch what happens, and at different times different things are happening. It's like going to one of those, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to a really big concert where they have multiple stages. It's like that but for esports. So they'll have multiple different stages where different games are having different tournaments. They have like Tekken, they have PUBG and Mobile Legends got introduced last year. They were the very first mobile games to be introduced. But yeah. Pretty much all the games being played at ISF this year are going to be there's going to be last year there was a female CS:GO. The combined viewership of CS:GO, eFootball, Tekken, Dota 2, PUBG Mobile, Mobile Legends. All right, so it's going to be CS:GO, Dota 2, Tekken 7, eFootball, PUBG Mobile, and Mobile Legends will be the games featured at the 15th edition of the World Esports Championship. Candy Crush. Oh, yeah, Candy Crush, bro. You know it. So yeah, ISF, yo.
Dinadalo ko sila. Sana miss nyo rin ako.
Ikaw din, di ba nagpapagawa ka ng bahay?
Apo,
The fruits
dinadalaw-dalaw
of being
namin.
from Blacklist. O,
Yes.
kamusta na ngayon?
Ayun, malapit na.
Lawrence
sa-
Cervantes,
sana-
bro, you're right. Mobile
Kaya
Legends is still growing.
Oh,
We're still in the
very,
babies.
very
We're like
inspired. Sino naman ang
exiting the
boboto mo?
baby phases and entering into like
I nominate
the
Edward
preteens
Junior
right now, I would say.
At bakit?
Sa sobrang tagal na namin
We're exiting baby
nagsama,
phases
nakita ko
and
talaga sa
entering
kanya
into the
yung
preteens.
grabe yung
So,
passion niya sa paglalaro, yung determination. Ayan. So,
NA on the rise, bro.
him.
You nominate him.
I love him.
NA on the rise.
Ang Kalason, kilala ka namin bilang, how do you say this? Ang galing ng impersonation mo. Kailangan na natin bumalik sa ating laban. Ito-throw na natin sa ating casters. Dito, nandito yung camera. Okay, kunyari ako ikaw, go ahead.
Casters, pass up.
Oh man, Uncle S is looking fresh. He's starting to look like Nephew S on there. But of course, beside him, we also heard from the KDA machine, Haji. Good to see them back in the studio, visiting here.
Yeah, and I really like how they answered the questions. Actually, they are really full support.
That's Mara.
For their team today, and I have to say this, they look really fresh.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, when you're building a house, you have to look fresh.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of players from the Blacklist camp is building their own houses.
I have to be at work at 7:45.
They vlogged about it.
So,
Haji's
how much-
been, building his
We'll get this game, and then we might be able to watch the first match of Echo versus what's it called?
And his house built and is buying even more.
Echo versus Omega.
I didn't know that Essen was building a house as well.
Me neither.
Bro, this imposter Trex cast, bro. Change your name
Blacklist International.
back.
Of course, them talking about Edward and his influence and his legacy, not only to Blacklist, but to our league. Now, Hall of Legends, again, we talked about it at the beginning of the program. Edward, up there in the eyes of a lot of people, but there's one name I'd want to posit here that I've been seeing some people comment about as well. The sleeper pick for a lot of people. When Coach Panda was picked to be part of the Hall of Legends, well-deserved so, a lot of people were thinking, when is Coach Ducky going to get his nomination? And with the nominations coming up this season, a lot of people are talking more and more also about Coach Ducky. Now, still the coach of Bren Esports and showing his world class in terms of drafting. His legacy still alive.
Yeah, actually, in terms of the whole of Legends nominations, again, we really have to consider how they affected the community.
No Haji, no Heb, no win.
And at the same time, the achievements individually and how they are really a part
Yeah, they
of
probably. I mean, they
the
probably have to
so
ban out
Edward
the Fanny this time.
that you think is deserving to be part
And
of
they need to leave themselves a little more open. They need to leave themselves a little more open in the first half of the draft.
Can see or support their favorite players, favorite coaches.
I don't think the.
There's a lot of gold medals there, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of gold
I don't
medals.
think the Estes is good
All
up
the names
front.
we mentioned, gold medals,
Yeah,
excellence.
Panda gold medalist, Ducky coach gold medalist. I mean,
World
Edward
champion.
does have a medal from winning M3.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not bad, but if they're gonna let the Fanny in, it's bad.
I see people in the community also suggesting, and even I suggested it myself, like maybe in the grand finals or maybe the grand finals leading into M5 or maybe even during M5 here in the Philippines. We just get like a showcase of all the awards of the
Yeah.
Philippines.
put everything in a box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in a box, but like on the stage.
I mean a
or like
truck.
all around. Yeah.
There's so many achievements.
So-
we've had for
All
past
the
2 years.
trophies.
My question in mind is there going to be a lot enough space?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your
I'm
main
not
concern.
bragging, of course.
Is there a venue big enough in the
I
Philippines?
feel like if you
all
build
the trophies.
if you build a cabinet just reserved for MPL or Philippine trophies,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be enough.
Not gonna be
It's not gonna be enough.
And even with just when you think about these two franchises alone, again, I brought that up in the intro. They bring the hype, the history, the influence, and the prestige. Arguably, two of the top teams to bring that because of the history that they've shown here in MPL
Yeah.
Philippines and Bren and Blacklist. But now, let's refocus into game number 2. As Blacklist have their backs against the wall,
Game number 2.
Bees are looking to
Yeah.
end this right here, right now, and secure the top seed for the regular season.
You know what? It
Meant me.
just feels like Bren Esports came into this game with a full understanding of how Blacklist has been drafting for their past 4 games, because the pattern was almost obvious for to Coach Ducky and to Coach Bren. When they picked up the Eve, it sounded like they were trying to bait.
All right,
and swallow
all
the
right,
Eve
all right.
from Blacklist, because their past few games when Estes
Let's see if they do something different.
rumors were being contested, Estes
Let's
was
see if they can
always
pull it
back.
together here.
It
Bring us to
was
game
Blacklist
3.
put in a trap,
Listen, I want a game 3.
and they just didn't have enough room
I'm hoping for a game 3.
answers. So game number 2 should be an adjusted
Hoping
track
for a
for
game
Blacklist.
3 here.
I feel like this is where teams have started finding out the weakness of Blacklist, because they don't they don't stray away from tradition. Like
Yeah.
Blacklist International during during a series, they don't adjust their draft at all. Like they stick with the fundamental drafting. We rarely see them like
Really
cause
change it,
chaos
yeah.
and change it up. The dynamics, it's there. Yes, it's gonna help you inside the game. But if you lose a draft because of it, it's gonna matter a lot.
And which makes the victory of Bren Esports in game number 1 all the more impressive. For the longest time, we've talked about Blacklist and said that you can outdraft and predict Blacklist.
Maybe they'll bring a coach.
But
If TOB goes, they might bring a coach.
Hell yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And so that makes their game 1 victory all the more impressive. And game
Like they
2,
don't have one, but I could see them possibly bringing one, right?
which was a problem we talked about. They don't want to give the R-Lot to Ezra. They're eyeing a different person. They take away the joy, and at the same time,
I
Fanny not
like
available.
this.
We usually see the joy and not being banned on the blue side because you actually prioritize that as the
Exactly.
first pick. So since Midnight is smiling beside us,
Yeah.
there's something for Bren Esports.
My brain's like computing like 15 different draft variations right now. But here's the problem for both sides. Kaja, Valentina, Faramis, Fredrin, and and what's this? Farsa is open.
Yeah.
Those are key picks for both sides. Now, if you think about it, Bren Esports, they're opening up the draft. Even if they lose 2 power picks to Blacklist International, they still
Get sponsored by
open their
got
own
sponsored by
on
Raid
first
Shadow
place.
Legends.
So it's gonna give them.
All right, there goes the Fanny. There goes the Tanks a lot. Now we're talking Blacklist. A lot of stuff open though still. And here's the thing about Bren is Bren's not like cornered into one way. One's open.
99%. High win rate actually for the 1-1.
Oh
And
my goodness.
since Midnight has mentioned a lot of heroes here during in this draft, we also have to take note that Bren Esports is the home of Hellkirk Place.
Ah.
Since Blacklist International focused on the assassin hero, so What if there's another
How many of you guys?
not
Oh, so
surprise anymore. We've mentioned
we'll
that
talk about that after this game. We're in the game. We're in the game. We're in the game.
Bren.
And that makes sense because Bren Esports love drafting the Hellcurt if they're up against either the Eve or the Farsa. If Blacklist International show that as one of their first 2 picks here, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an easy Hellcurt pickup for Bren.
Yeah, I think you have to go Farsa Brody here. Okay, they still go for Estes.
Freder and Estes.
Again, they don't stay away
It's solid up
from
front.
Straight from tradition.
Kyle likes flashy heroes, but I think they can like. I don't think Bren's like pitch and hold into that.
Did not get Brody. Brody and Claude should be priority on third pick.
Hayabusa's not going to work here.
Still, it does put Bren Esports into a
Haya for
position
Blacklist.
that
I thought you meant Haya for Bren.
still open for Bren Esports, and they're not pressured to pick their own jungler right now. You can also argue that picking up an XP lane or XP hero for Bren Esports is sound at the moment for them because I feel like Yuzong, Flams, Benedetta, those 3 heroes are really good against both the Bren
Super
teams.
Marco, best MM in the world right now.
Really consider Yuzong because we've seen him fail against Estes, but Promise is going to be put on you, and that will be a sort of a counter against the Uber strategy of what Estes provides. And I like the Sterizla. It's a hero that matches up well with the Uber strategy because they will naturally just group up, and you are susceptible to the penalty zone.
And also at the same time, I don't know, conspiracy theory cap on for Renmar here. I feel like Bren Esports were thinking, hey, what if Blacklist do what we did and actually are going to put that Fredrin in the XP lane? So historically, which team loves to pick up a Terizla up against a Fredrin and does well with it? Onyx.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's pick up the Terizla in the XP lane. So maybe that's why Bren Esports picked it up here.
Okay, Blacklist, marksman pick right now. Main concern is the Hayabusa opener of Bren Esports. Hayabusa potential pick on second phase. So I feel like you still play Brody here. Okay, they're hovering at the Lapu Lapu. Oh, they go for the carry. Interesting.
Okay, here is the thing. Have we seen Edward play Fredrin before on the XP lane?
We did.
We once
did. So that may be the adjustment here for...
Oh, sorry. No. Only Wise played Fredrin for Blacklist.
So what if the adjustment for Blacklist International is we see Edward play the Fredrin and pick a different hero for Wise? Could be an option.
Yeah, could
if
be.
they really wanted to have that head-to-head with this Terizla, maybe go for another...
Zane beat Ube with a saber.
Aside
Yeah.
from the Fredrin, which is on the explain, but we'll see that later.
All right, let me get my mind in the game.
Just for Blacklist
Sorry, I
International.
was messaging someone. My mind went to another place for a second there. Sorry, guys.
Mainly just to sort of deal with the Terizla.
A lot of stuff going on.
Win the lane against
A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes.
Skill-based matchup. Like a lot of micro mechanics will be put into play, but Super Marco will not have that because this 1-1 is not pressured to just go off. He's not put in a place where he needs to pop off because he knows that KalTZ will be the main hero on the early parts of the game, especially with how the draft is shaping up to be, because he will be able to get a powerful pick on the jungler role because he is sort of protected because he already sees Estes, Fredrin, and carry. Like a lot of the junglers are available for KalTZ. Even again, as I mentioned, the Hayabusa is open. A lot of the assassins are also open. Even the Ling I would consider in this game. Even a Kai.
Yeah, if you just want to
You've been watching YouTube for 7 hours now. You have a problem, bro.
scenario, if you want a little bit more kill power, you can also
There you go.
and still respecting the assassin pick. So Blacklist International know they don't want to go up against KalTZ on the assassin hero. Ling is still open though. The biggest question is, can this draft go in such a way that Bren Esports might actually end up picking the Ling? That is a possibility. You can tell what else you see.
Actually, for Blacklist International, since this is the type of lineup we're in, we already know the roles of these heroes. They
Take some rest. Yeah.
That is really for the burst.
Okay.
Up against,
I think I would have liked the Claude a little better against the Faramis, but hey, go for carry as well.
If they want it to go for
Claude also has better escapability against
could be an option.
Oh yeah.
the Wan.
It's a good one. Since they
I feel like Blacklist kind of keeps whiffing their gold lane, bro. Not gonna lie.
yeah, that's a good option for them.
I think that sounds like something TNC would do.
Would do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Escalera.
TNC, maybe, yeah, Escalera, yeah.
I kind of feel like they keep whiffing their gold lane.
Maybe they go Eve. Oh wait, no, it's banned, right? Yeah. Lapu Lapu.
So Blacklist International is really focusing on this Lapu Lapu. Remember, game number 1, it was a priority pick, so they have something.
What does Kyle TZ
with this,
pick here?
Lapu Lapu, and The only change that we will
Marta,
see
Sakai.
they have
Literally 4 bans on Kyle Teasy here.
so for
4 Kyle
Bren
Teasy bans
Esports,
from
they
Blacklist.
might want to go on the route of the sustain as well, since all of the assassins.
This is a much better draft, though, for Blacklist than it was before. I like the fact that Bren Esports brings in the Charizla, something still similar to the new one on Blast. The penalty zone is good against the Ube strat with this Estes, right?
Is Mincetar Rome viable?
Well, in PH,
Yeah, it's tough.
PH,
You only get to see it in the XP, but we see
Ooh.
very Blacklist.
Kaja still open. Basha. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Kaja for Ogwin, of
Yeah,
course.
it's Kaja Room for sure.
Kaja Rome for sure. And then a Baksha. A Baksha for Kaltizi. Never
Yeah.
thought I'd see the day.
It's a sponge. It's a sponge pick for Bren Esports. Not because they're yellow, but it's a hero that can deal with the carry because he does naturally build up towards.
It's
the
solid.
area.
Honestly, like we don't really see the Basha very much,
And he does
but I
have
think
a
it's
lot of
still
speed,
good in
especially
a lot of different comps.
Forgot how to mention that.
Tortoise.
Tortoise Poisson. Poisson.
One of the most difficult ultimates to pronounce
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
MLBB.
I'll say ultimate of Baksha later.
Okay,
on.
you,
Yeah.
you either go
Play-by-play.
you either go Kadita or Lilia here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really
Unless
need that
they
burst.
play Vexana.
Who Vexana? I won't be surprised if Blacklist will pull that off, but so it's gonna be Savior.
Yeah.
We did posit it. I think our main candidates were either the Lilia or the
The Savior,
Savior.
yeah.
Yeah.
But because of
So-
the pool of Yue, 3 heroes only,
So
Savior
far.
is a warranted pick for Black International. It is a good tool though to snipe out the 1-1 before the Cult Altar pops off. But the main problem is the Cult Altar itself. Like, yes, you can kind of counter how the Cult Altar works, but
You can see
against
Trex
you,
is bored because of his
personally
hair.
expect that he would
My-
go down for the passive
what?
burst from Savior to bump out before he uses that Cult Altar.
And seeing the play of
This game is much more possible.
It's a nice call, or it would be nice to see you on that.
Bro, just 'cause there's no assassin pick doesn't mean it's a boring draft.
And then that ultimate from Terizla, penalty zone.
Yeah. Okay. We talked about it here. The possibility that Chantel brought up is terrifying when you think about it. Terizla looks so scary right now. Even the shadows are just covering him. Well, in that scene earlier. Bren Esports drafted a lineup that is meant or has the possibility to end the game within 12 to 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's one of those lineups, and it could be one of those games if Blacklist get caught out again.
Well, the main difference that I'm seeing here is that Kyle TZ is, again...
Ogwin is going to be on Venus, like, fly on poop. I was going to say the S word, but I'm not trying to get my stream demonetized. Ooh.
Dominate his lane to just have this amazing tempo with the Baksha when they roam around the map minute 3, minute 4.
I like water. Just kidding. Man, this water is really good.
There is enough damage on the side of Bren. And mind you, these damages are scaling, especially coming out from the Promise, the 1-1. And
They woke me
even
up
the,
at...
the Baksha.
Never mind.
Yeah, and after Blacklist International,
Anyways.
this is the type of lineup.
Let's jump into the game.
Of course, we mentioned that.
Oh, God. Nice pick. Nice pick. You goes down.
First blood will go to Bren Esports. Another kill.
Bro, they got to get something here. They have to get... Bro. Bro. Blacklist.
Casualties for Bren Esports. Other early part of our game.
The Shadow Stampedes from Feud coming in big, and this is not the start you want to have if you're Blacklist International. The possibility
Owl 2.
to 15 minutes victory for Bren is looking more and more real.
I want to mention that this carry 1-1 lane is skill
Bro.
based. Super Marco's been dominating out since level 1.
Bro.
I've kept my eye on that lane, and Super Marco was always positioned aggressively.
Oh,
against the
God.
Carry. And Blacklist, again, you don't have enough firepower in the early game to deal with the with the aggression. That
2-0.
This is the strength of this lineup, especially when they pick up
2-0,
Baksha.
yo.
Even though they
There's
don't have
nothing to
that
talk
sort of
about,
advantage
yo.
of assassin, Baksha
Bren's
is still
just
a,
dominating.
damage dealer and an insane frontliner because when he reaches level
Is anyone going to take down Bren? Are they going to sweep the playoffs, bro?
Somebody on the game that can deal with Baksha
Oh, God.
with the ultimate up.
Speaking of Baksha, Kaltizi is already there to try and secure
They need to buy some time.
and in an instant,
Blacklist really needs to buy time.
isn't able to contest that one.
Yeah,
Ogwin's got level 4. Oh,
Ogwin.
Oh, Ogwin.
bro. he was looking for it, bro.
Bren Esports at that moment, and it's as if they are aware that Blacklist International's lineup is really for the late game.
We we were mentioning last game that Bren was just really confident with their commitment. And this is just really an example of why Bren was able to win game 1.
Si Idol pala to, and that's the headline for Pew. Has now reached 2,000 plus assists.
So in English, oh, you're the idol.
Yeah.
You're the
Oh.
idol. But yeah, on the middle lane, oh my goodness, is now
Oh
fourth.
no.
Cannot sustain that, and Kyle Easy and Bren Esports will secure the 4th.
Bro, this is like, there's like,
Just continuing
this
on
is
their
such a bad meta for the Ube. Let's be honest here.
expected timers already
Bottom
have the
lane though.
corrosion.
Bottom
Like,
lane,
this
bottom
is
lane,
just a
bottom
bad,
lane.
like,
Oh,
bro.
and Super Marco.
Such a rough meta for the Ube. They should have picked up the Claude here, something that can actually, yeah. The range, he's saying it right now. Midnight's.
But on the middle lane, there is going to be a play. Nope, for Bren Esports, it's just really doing an aggressive
Another bad gold lane pick. Kyle Teasy looking for Venus. It's just,
Super Marco on the bottom lane, securing those plates
Owl cannot
against
farm at
their Owl, and Owl is secluded.
I think the, like, all right, so like with the Kaja so popular right now,
That is bad news for any team where you have the market
Fermis, like there's just so many heroes right now that I think are good,
behind
that are great at picking apart the Ube.
just waiting, looking if he can actually even get farm. The bottom tower of Blacklist International is gonna fall, and that is a snowballed 1-1 in the hands of Super Marco.
Yeah, and you know what's unfortunate? Blacklist International cannot deal with this because guess what? Where the turtle spawn? Bottom lane. So expect that more heroes will just continuously come towards this area, and I will not be able to participate in this fight because he is a carry.
Bro!
And Ogwin again
Guys,
with the commitment
guys,
of
guys,
the
guys.
production. Didn't even wait out for the turtle to go low.
There's nothing they can do, bro. Edward in the backside. Nice damage on a Super Marco. Crossbow tank goes off, and down goes Blacklist. Double kill, looking for the triple. Venus on the run. Gonna probably pop down to this one. Kyle Teasy picking up the killing spree.
Blacklist gets the turtle, but now they'll be forced to turtle as Bren Esports snowball to hell. 9-0 counter-punish kills, even though they lost a major objective.
Look at the gold disparity, 2,300. And carries for to buy boots just to, you know, move around the map. And Super Marco has already the corrosion sight and DHS. Nobody on the side of Blacklist is tanky anymore. The only remaining ingredient that they need is the heal reduction coming out from either the Halberd, the runs, or even the Dominance Ice, which is now completed in Ogwin.
Oh.
Actually, for Blacklist International, they still have to wait maybe around 5 minutes for their lineup to have damage actually against the players of Bren Esports.
Yeah.
Even the Dawning Light could be used for...
Bro, look at Ogwin.
But they see Edward, they see Agent Zero, but they will just go for the turret secure.
9-0 in 5 minutes, bro. 9-0 in 5 minutes.
Not commit flicker at all. So he was like, nah, that's Agent Zero. I'm not going to commit on that.
Here comes
Okay,
the
Uh-oh.
Here comes the
Bro.
as well, killing spree.
Bro, they're just getting picked apart right now, man.
Secure that
It's
bomb
rough to
was
watch,
the
not gonna
one
lie.
used by Wise, but the rest of Bren Esports is already on the middle
What is this, NACT, guys?
objective. They wanna go
TOB
for
versus Lamy Top?
Nice zone for Flop Tizzy.
That's what it feels like.
Punishment is being gone again by Ogwen on this game.
If this was an NACT stream, people would be like,
Ogwin got divine judgment,
people would be like,
but he thought that maybe
what is this, a rank game?
actually get,
What is this, guys? What is this?
But you saw
People in the chat would be like, what is this, a rank game, bro? TOB versus bots? AI?
It was like Ogwin,
What is this, bro?
an opportunity to
11-0 and 6 minutes? Ja, 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 ja. Come
He
on.
did not expect Flap to jump at all. And when he saw the penalty zone, he was like, okay, did it latch? No. Okay, I'm just gonna go back.
Gonna pull him back. This is just again a testament to what Bren Esports has done all throughout this season.
Oh, but this is not even strategy. This is just sheer chemistry.
Yep.
With
This-
Bren Esports.
In Filipino, this is just Bren lang malakas.
Yeah, and pure
Bren lang malakas.
for this game. The Blacklist International
Bren lang lamakas.
We could see their damage and even sustain 5-minute game time, but for Bren Esports with the
People like trash. I know, I'm just joking.
dealing against the Blacklist
I just
International,
like mocking
might
it.
be difficult for them. Even a clearing of minion wave, having the saver to be on stack, maybe on the latter part of the game. But look at that, all the objectives
well, level 8, so level 8 against level 10. So what can you do?
Struggling right now. Still is Blacklist. Still no kills. Bren from positions 1 to 5. I have to say,
Malakas.
everyone's playing to near perfection.
Yeah, 8.7k gold lead on the side of Bren.
It's funny because
And
in
they're
Greek,
right now,
Malakas
it's not even,
means
if
something
you have
very
to stop
different
problems
than
with Blacklist
strong.
International, damage is not even number
Means
1.
something very
It's
different.
also the sustain, both from Wise and Oh My Venus. Even if you have the heal, there is just enough sheer damage output over the side of Bren. Look at this. Just
Here comes the divine
Wise.
judgment, unstoppable for Super Marco.
Phew!
What a nice shadow stampede as the rest of Bren Esports was one of the players of Blacklist International. Here comes the retaliation, but no, there comes the cult altar just in time to save the players.
It means something very different.
That initiation against
It's
Bren
like a
International.
slang word
That was like, no, I don't have penalty
to
zone.
trash talk
I don't
somebody.
have penalty zone at that moment, but it was an awesome play come out from the captain, or the El Capitan of Bren Esports. He's trying to go for it again, but the range isn't there, and they have to back off. Lord is
12-0,
here for
Bren versus
Esports.
Black.
I don't think Blacklist has the capability of contesting this.
Few.
Will Black get one kill? Probably whenever Bren enters their base.
Three of the biggest plays to determine the outcome of this game have been by that man. That early game back-to-back pulls to get those kills in the mid, and then that big one there to make sure that Bren wouldn't fall and even give Bren a chance to get a big win, although they couldn't find it. El Capitan still definitely has it. Undeniable.
Only if you could really dictate. Only if
Only
you.
a few.
Only
I like
a
it.
few.
Is
I like
TP
it.
banned in
That's
MPLPH?
always
No.
Yeah.
emotion,
And
Chantel.
you know what? Only if
I think it's just like
have,
you don't
you
don't
have
TP when you're
managed
crushing
to
someone
beat
this hard, bro.
And Bren might be the first team to go deathless against this team.
Oh yeah, actually, we could see a clean kill for
You don't
Bren Esports
TP when
after
you're
Lord
crushing someone
will
this hard, bro.
punch
It's
in
kind of at that point it's
on
like,
the immortality already for Wise. Super Marco will
Edward.
secure that turret push.
oh, down goes Edward.
Edward is down. Ancient
That's
City
it.
Battle
That's it.
Super
That's it.
Marco.
That's it. That's it. GG's. GG's.
This is it as Bren Esports will go over the tower lock.
All right, never mind. You TP.
To secure the first
Never mind.
full
You TP.
playoffs.
Oh God.
Classic. Classic Bren.
They ran out of minions though.
Classic Bren.
Never mind.
And there we go.
I guess you do. I guess you do.
Closer to fulfilling an old
Never mind.
to say that Bren Lang Malakas is undeniable. They've set it up. The seeds have been planted for the next championship.
Bro, they
decade.
just made Blacklist
They
look
are the undeniable
bad, bro.
top seed in NBL Philippines.
I love how I'm just like, nah, bro. You don't TP when
Bren
when
Esports
it's
has been
that
playing on a
when it's like
different
that,
level,
bro.
definitely. After this performance against the Blacklist International, I mean, clean kills, rotation, the draft, it's everything for Bren Esports
It's everything and,
and
Bren.
Bren. I got that.
Thank you.
Chef's kiss.
I like how Wise is. You know what I like about Wise?
For
He's always smiling. Win or lose, he's always the guy on the team. I feel like that's just like,
but that was,
it's
that was
okay.
a perfect game.
Venus, on the other hand, whenever they lose, always looks like he's about to cry,
Blacklist International. That was just a master.
which is understandable, right? Like, I get it. You just really got outclassed. But I like the fact, like, you know, you have someone on the team that's always like, it's all right, guys. Like, Wise is just always smiling, you know? Win or lose, Wise is always like, it's okay, guys.
This is the type of formation that they will do to give space for Owl. This is the rotation that will do to negate that play from Blacklist International. Bren Esports, we've talked about the heroes that they
M4 is a little different.
in for the DAF and
But
a
after
lot
the,
of
here's the thing, but
variation,
after the game,
and I'm really looking forward for that.
like after some of the games they lost at M4,
They still have a
we're
good
talking about the
team.
global world championships. Are you talking about the finals, bro?
Also is a testament as to
Of
why
course you're not going to say, bro, it's the finals. Come on, you're upset as hell.
the predictions came up earlier. We didn't get pointed out.
But there was a lot of games in M4 that when they lost, like, maybe on stage they would all be upset, but you could see them, like, after, like, walking away from the game, Wise would be, like,
Full of analysts.
trying to bring the team together.
Backed up by the stats, the history, the knowledge of these two teams, there was something in the air that whispered, hey, I think it's going to be a Bren win. And I didn't expect it though to be this dominant.
Hell no. Nobody would expect it.
Nobody expected Bren to come in.
Nobody
and just
expected this,
say,
bro.
We're gonna win this like this. You can predict that they will win it, but not like that. One of the most impressive performances as a team this season.
Yep. Actually, for Blacklist International, when we say that they have the Estes on their draft, it means that this is a different kind of beast for Blacklist International.
Twice!
But we haven't seen that.
Twice!
On those 2 games, we haven't seen the walking ambulance for maybe. So it's surprising for Bren Esports.
Bro, we got an hour and a half until the next game.
And again, I believe this is the first
Sheesh.
team to go deathless
Yeah.
against the Ube strategy. So it is
Sheesh.
sort of an achievement of its own. But this is classic Bren, and I love the recalls on the last moments of the game. It was classic Bren. You know, when they win games, they recall in front of the base. Although they did lose some minions there, but they are the victors at the end because Blacklist had nothing against the Bren lineup.
If you all
You think
recall
esports has more viewers than sports in general? No, not quite yet, bro.
certain magic in the air about
Not yet.
then. Of course, we know after that season 6 victory, they'd go on
Let's
to
see.
become 2 world champions. The roster that had a rookie flap, that had Carl Teasy finally solidifying himself as one of the guys in the league. Rebo as the first GOAT of our league. Lusty being crazy in his gameplay.
Do you know how many? All right, the Super Bowl.
That Rome, and of course, few. And
The Super Bowl, February 14th, 2023. Everyone over at Hoon's? Hoon's chat? Is Hoon live right now? Question mark? The Super Bowl, bro. Guess how many viewers it had? Super Bowl is, for those that don't know, that aren't from America, Super Bowl is for American football. It's like the final, it's like the grand championship, you would say. It's the grand finals. Super Bowl did 50K? Bro, what is this, a joke? What is this, an esports stream? 50K, bro? We're talking about the biggest sport in America. People that don't watch football at all year still tune in for the Super Bowl. That's how big it is. February 14th, 2023, an estimated 113 million viewers were tuned in for the Super Bowl 57 on Sunday, February 12th, 2023, according to average audience estimates from Nielsen. Let's see FIFA World Cup. Confirmed. 550 million global viewers tuned in to watch the opener as Ecuador beat hosts Qatar. Soccer's global governing body says around 5 billion people engaged with the World Cup. Even cricket has more views than American sports? I don't know, bro. You have to think, though, most American sports aren't global. Does cricket do us like that? I need the live concurrent, though. Peak concurrent viewers. It's telling us how many watched it over the time of the whole thing. It's giving us billion, but that's how many watched it over the...
Them na kinakabahan ka, no-overwhelm ka. Why?
The point is, though, is that esports still has a while to go.
sa crowd. And good job kasi regardless what happens, people don't know what goes through the minds of the players. Minsan talaga may anxiety, but ang galing mo pa din and you're able to overcome that, especially kapag may pressure sa crowd. So good job on that. Now, congratulations sa Bren dahil secured na ang top seed. Yes! Pwede ko bang tanungin, Coach Ducky?
Hello, Bang.
Usually
What's
our
up?
Coach Bren,
Aegis?
ano yung mga
August?
incentives ngayon na secure yung top seed? What's happening?
Ritz.
Saka gusto ko malaman anong lulutuin ni Coach Ducky mamaya.
Magluluto ako ng beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington. Coach Bren, so now, top seed, what's gonna happen? Ano bang may pinramis ka ba sa team na kapag na-secure to, eto yung mangyayari?
Wala, mag-outing kasi kami.
Uy, mag-outing, kailan yon? Gano'ng katagal saan?
Sa Laguna lang. 2 days sa Sunday. Yun lang
Nice.
yung reward nila sa mga pinapanalo namin.
And for sure, they're looking forward to that. Once again, top seed, Bren Esports. Thank you so much. You may now take your bow. Go ahead. Take your walk of victory. Top seed na ang Bren. Congratulations.
What will I do for 1.5 hours? I don't know. What will I do, guys? Y'all tell me.
Sure, ang ating mga manlalaro
Maybe I'll make
looking
some breakfast.
forward to that incentive. Pupunta sila sa Laguna to celebrate their great performance this season at naging fruitful nga. Dahil now, they're in the upper bracket. Balikan na natin ang ating casters para sa analysis. Pasok.
Nap. Nap for an hour and a half.
There you have it. Top seed, undeniable. Thrashing the
I thought my
defending
chair was
Emerald
just about to go backwards, not
champions.
gonna lie, guys.
Again, it was a journey to get to this point. They trusted the process, and here they are, a step closer to fulfilling the age-old promise. But the job is
Coach said they want to face TLB. They did not say that, bro.
We're gonna have to talk about what happened in
Coach
that
did
game
not say
number
that.
2, 'cause that was again just insane.
Yeah, actually, we were discussing during the interview that we are all surprised.
Super Bowl
with,
Rihanna
the
performance has
victory,
more.
but
It's
this is,
true.
again, a game wherein
Somebody had like a shirt in the crowd like
the heroes that Blacklist International is gonna pick for that game. Now, Blacklist
had a
International
Rihanna
is
went to a Rihanna
something
or like
that
there was a lot of
they
posts like
coach
memeing it like went to a
some
Rihanna
of
concert and
their
for some reason there was guys
to
playing
be able
football
to compete better
like
on
stuff
other
like
games.
that like people were really dogging on it.
Because we saw the strategy that they've been known for on a very good day when a team isn't ready, Blacklist will dominate. But against a team that is ready and expecting what to do and what Blacklist will do, like Bren did here, they will dominate. And let's see what will happen here for Blacklist International moving forward as they are still potentially playoffs bound. The possibility is still there, and even upper bracket potentially still there. We'll see. But again, we do have to talk about the geniusness of that game number 2. It wasn't just in game. Behind the scenes, we're talking about it in the draft. Great drafting from one team, a bit of a struggle for the other, and a great performance by one, a struggle for another. Midnight, can you expound even more?
Well, the level of geniusness on the side of Bren Esports definitely came into play here in game number 2 as they were able to overcome the Ube strategy of Blacklist International. And again, it's still the same key point that we've discussed on game number 1, their willingness to commit on the targets they have, and also add to the fact that every single member of
I don't know,
Blacklist
bro.
had the right target, especially with Oakland, with the Divine Judgment. We saw that earlier on with the failed flicker play onto Oh My Venus. Getting the Estes skill is really, really crucial for Bren Esports. And later on, during the highlights, we might be able to see the Divine Judgment play that he did on Edward, because Edward was trying to defend the base of Blacklist International up against the Lord, and Owen was like, okay, you're the only guy in the front line, and there was no problem for Bren Esports to fight against the remaining 4 heroes, so he flickered in and went for the Divine Judgment onto the Lapu Lapu. And these target selections are really, really important for Bren Esports because they have so many backups. There is that Cult Altar that we mentioned on the Forum.
Disappointing Area 77 performance so far.
Coming up from Flap TZ. So again,
Yeah.
the commitment of Bren Esports to
I don't
fight
know.
against Blacklist International.
They're having a
sort of
rough
an
go
idea
at it, yo.
wherein You just have to do it because you just have so many support systems.
They've been playing bad the
Listen
past few
with
weeks.
your composition, and that is why they were able to play super aggressive against Blacklist International. You're seeing a lot of zeros on the side of Blacklist.
They're trying to be
because
too
they were not
different, I
able to
feel
defend
like.
at all against Bren Esports because number
Like
one,
Pogi, like it was cool the first few weeks when Pogi picked up like some different junglers, but it's getting to a point now where it's like, yo, you can't do this every week, man. You can't do this all the time.
On the side of Bren Esports,
They have now lost
Super Marco, 1,089
1,
GPM, even
2.
breaking the record of Kyle TZ with 1,072 GPM. Currently holds the highest GPM record of MPL PH Season 11.
They've been losing now for
1-1
like a
of this
few
regular
weeks
season
or
that
like
is
2 weeks in a
memorable
row.
for sure up until the next
Who do they go up
week.
against
Because
next?
he did
TLB?
just
Oh,
shut
they're gonna
down
lose
out
that
of
one.
that gold lane, and the carry was not able to play his game for Blacklist International. And it is a skill-based matchup. but
Not a
Super
life.
Marco knows
No,
that
they don't
they
deserve a
keep
lifetime
using
ban.
the
I don't know if they should be allowed to play
carry
in
and
fall
ensure that
season,
the
but
stacks
some of them will be.
there. Usually we see Inspires popped off.
I don't think
the
they should have been
Super
able to
ban
play
has
in
been
fall
committed,
season.
But Super Marco used it to reposition himself, especially with no purifies on the side of the carry. He cannot remove those stacks, and the carry was not able to compete against the 1-1 after the first initial kill. And Bren Esports positioned themselves towards that area of the map because they know that this was the main condition, the win condition, I would say, for Blacklist International. And the Savior pick did make sense. However, it did not pull off in this game because it is kind of in the same position of the carry wherein he pops off later off in the game. And Bren Esports knew that. They capitalized on it, actually. They completely have control.
Bro,
They
Mirko's live too.
limited the
Too much
presence of
competition out
the
here.
Blacklist International just
How am
by
I supposed to get any
pressuring
viewers?
them earlier on, because Bren Esports, they are the stronger team in the early game, so they just
Oh.
capitalize on that fact. They put everything onto the one basket and made sure that the early game was theirs for the taking, and it netted them this huge lead that they've gotten on the early game, and they transitioned towards the mid game without having any contenders on the side of Blacklist because the carry again was shut down, and there was no other way for Blacklist to recover other than farming the map. But Bren Esports was having none of that, and they were.
I
willing
don't
to
know if I'll be able to
honor
watch
over
Echo in
Blacklist
that
International
live,
to make sure
guys.
that they are pushing the objectives, and they didn't even have to pay the price because nobody died on the side of
And I
Bren
woke up
Esports
early.
with
Sag, Hoon,
Blacklist
and
coming down
Mirko
from
both
South
restreaming
Alberta.
it. I thought I was going to be
was
good.
kind of
I thought we were going to be good, guys.
from Bren
No, I'm
Esports.
just
It
kidding.
felt like Barat stomping over
It's
Blacklist
the
International
last
this
week. I
week.
expected people to be streaming. I really just actually wanted to watch the game.
Sense are
Yeah,
also
that was
yellow.
the dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Barats.
Yeah.
A bit slow on that part. I imagine first what Barats.
He lost
It's
it.
true.
Yeah.
Players don't play in the same room.
At the Barats.
Like, you also have to think about this. Captain YT is like,
All right. We'll end it now, but
the
we
teams that all had
mention,
cams, yes, they're in the same house. 1, 2.
all the viewers out there, especially
Oh my God, Ritz.
in the
2,
Philippines, to please
they
register
like
your
all that
seat
equipment
for
is
the
sponsored by the organizations. Like, to expect every player to be able to buy a webcam or have a computer that has a camera on it, it's kind of a lot.
Dire as all heck, but honestly, it's true. If you don't register in time, you're gonna lose.
It's kind of a lot. I mean, yes, that is the goal, I'm sure. Like, maybe next year. Maybe like a bad idea might not be for NACT to be like, next year, spring season, like fall season, they'll be okay. But like spring season next year, we'll be implementing all teams in the top 8 have to use a cam, have to show themselves while they're playing. That would give teams time. It'd give them plenty of ample time to save up $30 or whatever for, 50, 60, anywhere from like, because you can get a really cheap webcam for like, I'm sure like $30, $40. You can get a decent one for like close to 100, right? That might not be a bad idea.
Being one of the most chaotic teams to ever exist in the land of Dawn, it is going to become an intense match between the ex-Kings of Sea and the current world champions.
Well, to be fair, you've asked me earlier my expectations, but with the outcome of our first series, I don't expect anything at all. I'm not expecting anything. I don't want to be surprised.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to go that way. By the way, there in this week's data dive, let's take a look at the
People say it's expensive in NA, but if Moonton properly invests in NA, the end result will profit them a lot more, I think. Yeah, and that's why they are investing in NA.
Facebook page. You can find data dive
But you have to do it bit by bit. Like, I think everyone, like last year, everyone expected them to just like immediately do an MPL and immediately do all these things. And I used to say it last year, like, bro, that stuff takes time. They have to build a team here of people that they can communicate with, like workers, like people who want to work for them to help these esports things go on. And that's kind of what they did last year. And now this year we finally have a league format, and they're going to, you know, run through it. North America getting more slots in international events, things like that. So, I mean, I think we are on the correct path currently. But this is literally our first season. This is our first season. Like, I know we've had NACT, but this is our first, like, real deal league format season. Think of it as season 1 of MPLPH, right? There's still a lot of hiccups. We're still in super baby phases. Like, that's...
That is going to be a screamer of a match. Midnight, you mentioned chaos. I want to be surprised if we do
Mr. Bedman.
I mean, don't expect at all, you know. It is a match that is surely watchable and entertaining because a lot of crazy things will happen on that series.
And again, we will
Should we see what Mirko's doing?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm mind blown.
Let's see. All right, so we're going to relax a bit. You can do that too, but don't...
Let's go to Mirko's stream.
Or it's a question here from Miara Villasita.
Of course.
I think everybody's, even me as like, oh, never mind. Actually, when I cast Indo, I've experienced like I blank out sometimes, and I'm like,
say hi to Mirko.
Say, I think that definitely happens on
hey,
stage.
Mirko.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I think you guys have experienced it too. I think everybody has experienced like a competition in their life before, whether it's like a school tourney of a sports game, but you like get blocked mentally and you don't perform the way you do usually.
Let's see what Mirko's saying.
I think the mental block comes when you're like overthinking much. Like, you know that this hero will fuck up your craft, and you just overthink it, and it doesn't come. Like the hero doesn't get picked, and
We
just,
got tricks. Yeah, for sure.
And then get fucked.
There you go. We got Trex Cast in the chat, guys. Can we get hello to Trex in the chat right now? Everybody say hello to Trex. Give him a welcome, a warm welcome to the Mirko live stream. What's up, Trex? How you doing, man? Can't wait to be I don't know if they're gonna get like, because NA is gonna be an MSC. Are NA casters gonna be flown over to MSC as well? It's what I'm asking, because you know. Can Phoveus counter Arlet? In early Arlet can Can Phoveus counter Arlet? In early Arlet can dominate Phoveus, but once they got ult, Phoveus can fuck Arlet. It's the battle of resets, bro. And yeah, the dashes technically give it's a never-ending battle. I think Phoveus is just like, with the buffs coming to Phoveus, there's going to be I think Phoveus will be back in the meta in some way. Have you seen the little buffs to Phoveus, coach?
The little buffs to Phoveus?
Yeah, so like the ult is a bit faster now. So you know how Wan can
for next patch, yeah.
Next patch, yeah.
Watching Mirko stream on my stream.
It's very good. So you
I
can
think it's definitely
now
gonna
catch
help.
fucking 1-1 now.
Yeah, even late game you can catch him finally.
Yeah, finally. Like
28 minutes for
Ben
the
and
break.
Joe.
Wait, holy shit. Wait, that's super fast. Because usually for
maybe-
MPLID, we have like a fixed schedule, right, guys? So we
Maybe
go with a
PH
fixed
is rolling
schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
PH
sure it's a
rolling
rolling schedule. Yeah, PH is a rolling schedule. I think they have a rolling schedule, guys. Because in ID, a lot of people complain. A lot of you guys complain because of the break times. It's like 1 hour. When 2-0 happens, it's because it's fixed schedule, guys. If we say we start at 4:30 and then 6:30 for match 2, then when the
My
match
description?
ends faster, like
Do I
at
need to put
2-0,
the-
then
I should
we're
put
gonna
the-
wait for
the stream
6:30
in
to
it.
start our match. Indonesian pro players have GAB. What's a GAB license? I don't know what that is. What should be the priority in the draft in terms of player role? Like the roamer hero should not be countered in any way. I think it really depends on your team. You need to build around like the strong points of your team. You can't like build the same draft for every single
I'll
team.
say it one more
it's
time.
different. The way you draft for every single team is different because you have different individuals playing different strengths, different weaknesses, and you have to play into that. I think that's the way, right, coach?
Yeah.
Because the way you drive for Onyx and the way you drive for BTR definitely is different, right? You can't do the same thing.
Different.
It's also a fixed schedule. Second match will start at 6 here in PH. Oh, you're right. I think, wow. Well, the timing is really, MPL PH's timing is like really down to the wire, I would say then. Because this is only a 26-minute break, or 30-minute break technically earlier. If that was a close game, like, dude, that was Bren and Black. That was a stomp from Bren. And it's only 30 minutes of break time.
Oh, it should be 6:30. From the schedule, it's 6:30 p.m.
Who's in VC with
starting at 6
Mirko?
p.m.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in his
It
description.
is maybe a little bit of a rolling schedule.
A bit of a there's a little bit of a, you know, our rep asked us for resumes to send to Moontom, but can't guarantee if any of us will go to MSC or not. We will see. Hey, hopefully, man. Hopefully we get to meet, because I haven't been contacted too. So, you know, hopefully I get to go to MSC too. Will MSC use Samsung or iPhone? No idea.
Bruh.
No idea. Depends on the sponsors, I guess. MPID is impressed by recalls. Recalls are everywhere, bro. No BBC Games Finals prediction. I think for C Games Finals, it's definitely just be Philippines and Indo, bro.
Bruh.
Unfortunately, I
Bruh
think
knows
that's-
he's gonna go to MS.
Myanmar? Oh, Myanmar's Falcon.
Yeah, but they
Dude
don't.
said,
They didn't
I don't know if I'm
qualify
gonna,
for MSC,
bro.
yeah.
Mirko already
Falcon's
knows.
not looking too
Like
good.
he doesn't have to get asked.
I think they have like
We
internal
already
problems
know.
and stuff. So I think it's still just gonna be Philippines, Indo, and grand finals of SEA Games. It's gonna be the besties, Philippines and Indo.
Sounds like cap.
Bro, you know 90% you go to MSC, then I'll stop the cap. I don't know how they're doing it this year though, Trex. Like, you know, like in Indo. I don't know how we're doing it. I don't know who they're choosing to send over to MSC. Hopefully I get chosen. Can you ask Coach Aldo his thoughts on MVP finals, MPLID? There you go. He got an opinion, Coach, on
I
MVP
think
finals.
everyone on that team deserves it, no? I think you just
I think everybody played really well.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and it's Suns. So yeah, Suns win.
Statistically,
How can they not invite Golden Boy Mirko?
Kyrie
Yeah.
CW. If we look at KD or the MVPs in the like games there, yeah, because I voted for Kyrie for Finals MVP. And if you guys want to know more, by the way, of like my thoughts of that, because a lot of people are asking me right now in the comment section, if you guys want to know what I actually think 100% of the way for the Finals MVP thing, I have a video up in the ShoutCaster. You can just skip over to the part of the video where I have a chapter on, and I talk about it. I tell you guys exactly what I think about the voting, awarding, and everything. Sure, MSC is like a smaller desk, and if they choose more on like what sound they want, it's not as global. Yeah, it's not as global as M Series. Did you see Coach Bonchan said about Onyx ID? No. What did Bonchan say about Onyx ID? Yo, Zeno, what's up? Mirko, what's up, Zeno? What's up, Zeno? Watch MPL Singapore now. Who's playing in Singapore?
Trex coming for MSC? I don't know. We'll see.
See, I have rights to restream MPL PH, but I don't think I have rights to restream MPL SG. Who's playing? I'm not gonna risk it. I haven't gone permission for MPL SG. Which you had to go through to become a caster. I think I'm saving that for like an actual full length video, dudes. To Mirko and Coach Aldo, your predictions on who will get into MSC for PH. Mine is RSG and Bren. I'm sick of Blacklist and Echo. That's what I said too. I think RSG and Bren. I want RSG and Bren to represent. Who do you think is going to be representing PH, Coach?
Bren and Echo.
Bren and Echo. Okay, there you go. Bren and Echo, chat. Bren and Echo from Coach. Nobody plays in MPLSG. hey! Hey! All right. Let's try to watch Bond Chance. Is it this one?
All right.
Which one is it, chat? Which one is it? This one? Mas
Bonchan.
malakas na daw ang Onyx kaysa PH team. I don't know what that means. SMG is the dark horse. I don't think you could call SMG the dark horse. They are 7-0. They're like favorites right now. Watch MDL. Who's playing in MDL? I think I have the rights for MDL. I think it's the same.
Don't watch MDL.
Oh, it's still break.
MDL's on break
1
too.
hour and 50 minutes. Jeez. Is it a 3-0? Was it a 3-0?
It's a 3-0.
Oh, okay. It's Dewa. Yeah. So this is 3-Mar, right? Should be 3-Mar and Rafflesia. Yo, they got stomped. Holy shit. Dewa are so good now. What the fuck?
Yeah, they
Guys,
improved a lot.
yeah. Fun fact: Dewa, this team, they started as bottom, like literally the bottom team in the open conference for MDL season 7. They were all the way down there. They had like 0 wins, and
Should we
then
see
they
what
came
Hoon's
back
doing?
with a few roster swaps.
What's Hoon doing?
Crazy. Lanaya and Shaco. These.
Let's check out Hoon.
Goes against Rose. No, loser of this goes against Basic.
Hoon. 1v1?
Bro, don't peep my stream and see my heroes. That's cheating.
Okay. You got always Johnson. How?
I'm thinking here. Like 2 good options. When does the match start?
We'll check the stream. Maybe it says.
When does the MPL start? 20 minutes? Oh hell no. Whoa, I had Mia too, what the fuck?
Bro, they're running 1v1s. They're running 1v1s. Looks like so much fun. If only I had friends to do this with.
I mean, Mia is good. Oh, wait,
So sad.
Till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Looks like so much fun.
Where are you?
If only I had friends.
Ian?
I forgot about the brawl rules. I'm also playing on.
None of my friends stay up this late.
Lovely.
Nice.
Opium.
Opium.
Yeah, it's definitely copium. That's how reason for losing.
Opium.
I'm just like wave clear. Not gonna lie.
Someone said, wait,
Like wave clear.
Malaysia is lower than Malaysia's higher than NA. Stop the
Come on,
cap,
Drew.
bro.
Stop getting the stacks. Hit me. Oh,
Yeah, we're fixing that. Where are you?
wait, let me get heal back.
Who is more
Where are
Maserap?
you, Void?
Trex or Hoon?
He actually heals so much off.
We're both handsome guys. What can I say?
You know me.
We're both handsome guys. You know?
Oh my god, stop tower hugging.
Suck me.
Come out.
Bro, basic with the bye-bye, Malaysia.
What a hero. Lovely.
Is he going to go for the dive, bro? What a Chad. What a Chad.
Oh my
Flicker
God.
in, bro. There you go.
This is gonna be lovely.
You know it.
What a Chad.
I guess you have to go against basic. I'll commentate that.
Sure, not so.
Just cast Hoon gameplay.
Spectate.
So bored we're casting Hoon gameplay. All right, Chicken having a little bit of trouble here in the 1v1 brawl up against Hoon right now. Hoon with a slightly better matchup, but there is a possible end game for the side of Chicken here. Could cause trouble. Chicken really just needing to wait things out. Hoon already gets a nice flicker early in, getting first blood. Chicken just trying to defend, right? But at this point, there is a little bit of a level difference here. Hoon, mage gap in the mid side of this brawl 1v1, holding the flicker and the vengeance. A nice combo, a nice pick against Fried Chicken. Fried Chicken gonna get the stun here. Hiding under the tower, looking a little scared. Doesn't want to get fly, but a dive comes in. He uses the moon blessing. He almost gets away, but wait, the counter attack. Mage gap, a little bit of trouble here. Fried Chicken wants to chase him down, looking for the stun. This could be bad for Hoon. Hoon in a lot of trouble, needs to back the hell up.
Cancer. You're feeling it now. Bro, your life's still so much though.
Man needs to back up.
Oh my god.
This is what we've degraded to, guys.
Hit me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Bro, this guy trying to clear the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chicken gets
You're clearing the
crispified.
way, bro.
No minions, you cannot push.
Yes, I can. You're underestimating Alpha. Bye-bye, loser bracket.
I'll be
Is
fine.
Trinity better than Mia? Than Crit? Or not?
Huh?
Like the Trinity build? Like
No, I
for
think Crit is better.
DHS? Or Crit? I think Crit better.
Bro, what else is there to watch right now, bro? What else? Anime, Yu-Gi-Oh, Mobile Legends, anime, card games, Mobile Legends, Dota, anime, Beats to Chill in Game 2, Pokemon, rap stuff, okay. Trash Taste, still kind of in the anime category, the Weeb category. Mobile Legends, anime, food, anime, Dungeons and Dragons, more nerd stuff, Mobile Legends, nerd stuff, Mobile Legends, Asmongold, just a sprinkle of Asmongold through all of this. Anime, Mobile Legends, anime music, beats, Mobile Legends, anime. Bro, this is what my YouTube feed looks like, guys. You can tell a lot about a person by their YouTube feed. You can tell a lot about a person by what's on their YouTube feed. Let's just be clear here. D Diesel. D and Diesel. Dungeons and Dragons, D and Diesel with Vin Diesel extended version. Oh, where's Coco Melon? I'm sure there's a little Coco Melon here somewhere. Oh, wow. Do a smash. I'm not doing a smasher pass, bro. Should we do? We could do a smasher pass on Mobile Legends Heroes, but on actual people, just asking to get canceled, bro. I'm just asking for it at that point. Pass. Bull 97, we pass, bro.
Mapipilitang mag-back away ang mga Neon Tigers dahil sa split.
Smash Basscasters. Bro. You guys are setting me up for failure here. Let's be real. You're setting me up for failure. Molina's a child, bro. Wait, or are you talking about the doll? You're not even talking about Nana. You're talking about the doll. Oh, man. Nana is not legal, bro. The fact that we're even talking about this just shows how bored we are right now. Hanabi or Kagura? Oof. That's a tough one, bro. They're both similar style. That's a tough one, bro. Let's Google images of them both real fast. Hmm. 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 I want to say Hanabi. But yeah. But depends on the day. Or Lilia, marry and kill. Bro, we're not playing this game. Either way, I lose. Either way, I kill a child, and I marry a child. It's a lose-lose situation, bro. I kill myself. I murk myself. Most beautiful woman in MLBB is Odette? Bro, you're tripping. You're tripping. Stop the cap, bro. You got Lunox. What kind of segment we get into? All right, we got to stop, guys. We got clippers here. We're going to get in trouble. Captain YT, don't clip this. You're going to get me canceled. It'll be the first time I put a copyright strike against you if you clip this. Lancelot is the most beautiful woman in MLBB. The segment is not for the other viewers around the world. Oh. I've become more concerned with those things nowadays. Some things don't need to get clip. Thank you, Captain YT. I agree. Bro, it was like, who was it? Is it Konoho? Konoho's like a newer clipper that's just started clipping stuff. He clipped a clip of me, bro. We were joking, talking about Andrew Tate. And because people were like, you're like the Andrew Tate of MLBB. You just say, you say what's on your mind or whatever. And I was joking, and then and then like a lot of my chat was like, bro, if you say you like Andrew Tate, people will cancel you. And then I was like, I hate Andrew Tate. Like, and I was like, and I don't like hate or love him. I have no fucking opinion. I don't stand on either side. Some stuff he says I agree with. Some stuff he says I think is dumb. But the point is like, he clipped me saying, like, he literally, it's like the epitome of what news, like when people do, like when a news will like quote one sentence from you and not get any of the context around it. It's like the epitome of that. And like he clipped it and it was just like, and he didn't put the sentence before. It was like literally like 30 seconds, literally just me saying the words like I hate, and like it was like 2 sentences, and you completely mixed the whole context of what the joke and the bit were that we were all talking about. And it was just like, and I was just like, bro, why'd you clip this? Like in my mind, I'm like, bro, you got like, if you're gonna be a clipper, you need to make sure to get full content. Don't be the guy that like pulls stuff out of context and like doesn't capture the sarcasm of certain things, right? But it was funny because literally after I was talking about that, I was like, someone's gonna clip this and say something like, "Drama is surrounding you, Trex. You are famous now." I don't think I'm famous. No, bro. I have 27 viewers, so I'm not famous at all. I'm still very small time, dude. Bro, Ken just loves to argue. I think just if you're going to be a clipper, you know, like, and you're going to clip anything that has any type of heavily debated content in it, or anything about a guy that says something, like if I say something that has content that might be like disliked by some people, I think it's just important to get the full, make sure you get the full clip. Bro, Chris, don't even bother debating with Ken, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, just because of my views, like, I know, like my live stream maybe, you know, like my content, but I mean, I feel very confident in how I've proven myself as somebody. I think I'm a top tier caster, and there's plenty of casters that stream and don't get tons of views, so it's not like a big deal. I would like to be able to get more views on YouTube. I would like to be able to get a little bigger on YouTube, you know, but I stream these games and stuff because I want to watch them anyways, so it's not a big day. It's not a big deal. Ken, drop it, bro. Take your $2 back. He sued a 9-year-old and won.
Ken Kai donated $2 through Super Chat. Trex, he's wrong. He tried to say Malaysia is second.
Bro, if that's how he feels, let him feel that way, bro. He loves Malaysia. He loves Malaysia, bro. Just like you saying BTK's #1 when they're #2 right now, bro. It's just that's, you know, it's the same thing, bro. Boosted is growing. Yeah, but that channel's kind of dead, bro. We have to switch. I decided to switch gears this year and focus on my own brand. Boosted did its job. NASL did its job, you know. I created that channel. I got it past 10K subs. We did a good job. We had a live stream that had 20,000 live viewers for this 3rd season of NASL. So I feel confident that I can grow other channels and stuff, but yeah. This year, after getting the invite to M4, I decided it's important, I think, to focus on my personal brand, Trex, which I'm glad we're doing that. Last year, I spent the whole year focusing on tournaments and NA stuff and helping boost the esports scene here. I think I put in enough work in a full sense of trying to help other things, and now I can do my thing. Yeah, I got to give it more videos and not as much live streams, right? All right, Echo versus Omega. All right, guys. You know what time it is. You know what time it is, boys. Ugh. 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 There we go. There we go. We're ready. We don't put this bad boy on very often, but you know what time it is. You know what time it is, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
/news. Don't forget to catch all.
I have a beard again. I'm handsome now. Bro, I'm handsome without a beard, bro.
Welcome back, mga ka-ML! You're still watching MPL Philippines Season 11. From here on out, every time Ryzen and Barangay steps in the land of Dawn, it'll be a battle of their lives. Pero hindi naman to bago para sa kanila, kaya nga isa sa kanilang mga nickname ay Lower Bracket Kings. Now, against the reigning world champs, na napakitaan na ni Ryzen ng kamandag ng tank slot, can they salvage their playoffs chances and concoct a stronger and more potent lason? Yan ang ating aalamin, ladies and gentlemen. This is Smart Omega versus Echo. Casters, pasok!
As the drums of war of Echo thunder louder and louder closer to the barangay, can the poison be potent enough to secure points for that playoff slot?
Can the poison be
Echo
potent
prove
enough?
that if you can't beat the man, then maybe you don't deserve to make it to the playoffs. That is what is at stake here for Echo versus Omega. Omega wants to make it to the playoffs. Echo wants to secure upper bracket. Welcome back to the English stream. My name is Reptar, still joined here by Midnight and Donya Chantel. Welcome all. We talked about it a little bit earlier of what to expect. Let's reiterate. Chaos? Yes?
Yeah, it's a very chaotic game because it is Echo playing, you know, the House of Highlights, the
Probably
Echo
only
Express
have time to
that
watch
we're
game
used
one
seeing,
before I have
but
to go to
there's
work.
That
Not
semblance
gonna lie,
of,
guys.
fundamental gameplay already from Echo system, but for
Yeah.
the side of Omega, it is still that poison or the venom in the gameplay, and of course the Omega timers.
Well, actually, for Omega, we saw their moments of brilliance around week 6, if I'm not mistaken. And
All right,
it is the
guys.
type
All right,
of
Ken,
Omega
chill out.
that we've been
Omega
seeing a
versus
lot
Echo.
as to why
That's
they
the
are
subject.
loved by many of our
That's the subject.
many of our community. And I kind of feel like for Echo, they have to be prepared for those late games and knowing that they
This is
are
MPLPH
really
final
towards
week,
that
week
early
8.
game as the Echo Express.
Yeah, again, going into this matchup, unlike the first one, here it's clear who the underdog is, even more so, and that is Omega. A lot of people are going to go into this and think, oh, this is going to be a quick one for Echo. But this is why we talked about the poison of Omega and why that has always been an undeniable spirit about them. That there's just something about it. They enjoy the power of Smart, which you can do
Let
as
me go
well
on
when you
Wikipedia real
switch to
quick.
Smart without changing your number via
wanna
mobile
see
number
something.
portability or MNP. Visit smrt.ph/switch to Smart to know more. The poison, the power of Smart for Barangay Omega. At this point, though, we've seen it sometimes, but it's been quite shaky. Just when we thought the poison was there, suddenly they face a big defeat.
But that's the beauty, you know. Omega, they're always in this position. Every season, every MPL, they're always in a position wherein they can almost be eliminated. But they managed to, just get a hold of.
Yeah, Omega's sitting on the bottom
what's
here,
really
bro.
important, which are the points, and Omega always secures their slot in the playoffs. And most of these seasons, they even finish at the podium.
Yeah.
Who
Actually,
else?
for Smart
Omega goes
Omega,
against
they are the
CNC.
kind of-
They have a
are
good,
the epitome that
good chance of
of,
staying in.
If things may
Unless
be dark,
NXP does like.
now, there will be light. You just
Yeah.
have to keep
It's
holding
close,
on.
though.
And that is as to why again, we've mentioned that they are the last.
I really want RSG
and, we're not really
to get to the third place
sure
spot.
of the things
Not
that they
gonna
will
lie,
show
guys.
onto this game, and I'm pretty sure that
I want
they will
RSG to
bring
get to
in
the third
different
place
types
spot.
of heroes. This is Bakbet and eto Max we're talking about.
Yeah, man. The spirit of Omega is still there, and it's on the
Discord
map
on
right now,
Mirko
but we've
Trex.
seen it. Let's talk about Echo now this time around. Echo.
He's
still,
already in a voice call with
it's not
somebody.
the perfect season
If
we
he asked me,
expected
I would
from the
join
team
him,
that
but
became the world champions quite recently and had an
if he
amazing
asked me,
run
I would
in
join him,
before,
but
they are still up there and still close to securing that upper bracket or a second round bye right away.
Yeah. Honestly, I find it
I don't
want
wanna intrude, and I'm not gonna ask him.
The regular season very, very strong, but it ended up like I would say it's also shaky in the middle of the season, like week 5, week 6.
Yeah,
we've seen some holes come out from Echo, especially during the draft, and I feel like it is sort of the curse of being a champion, one of the strongest team to play in the league. A lot of teams are looking up to Echo, and they are a case for study.
Yeah.
For most of the participants here in MPL. And I feel like that's one of the major reasons why the downfall is kind of shaping up for this team. But again, this is still Echo.
don't go. No one go over there asking
the
him.
caliber of these players
He's
are
already in a
very,
call
very,
with somebody.
top-notch. But it is up for Omega to just get that Venom out.
Speaking of top-notch caliber, by the way, the Hall of Legends nomination will close on April 16. So that
No,
is
bro, it's
tomorrow?
PHID.
Or is that Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
MYNA are
Forgetting my
tied,
days
bro.
right now. But make sure
They're
to
equally
support
good.
your favorite MPL pro players and personalities.
equally
Watch
good.
the induction ceremony this May 7 at the Season 11 Playoffs Grand Finals live with the official channels of MPL Philippines. We've already discussed
PH number
Hall
1
of
currently,
Legends
ID
nominations and all
second,
that. So let's just
MYNNA
keep talking
third.
about, the match at hand right now, because again, high drama, high stakes still for this matchup, for this day. Omega clawing for points.
That's not me, bro.
slot.
Listen,
Echo
that
want to
person
solidify
typing
themselves as a
is
second
not
round
me.
team
Can
right
you at
away,
least change your? It's
that will
now
give
it's
them
starting
the
to get
easiest path
a
for
little
them
frustrating.
to maybe even win or make it
That's
to
not the
the
real
grand finals of
TrexCast,
MPL
guys.
Philippines Season 11.
It was a joke
Talk about
at
their
first.
inconsistencies, but what are the best things that you've seen, Chantel, about Echo this season?
And now it's
But
getting a
actually
little
for Echo,
frustrating.
what I really like about the team is the versatility in terms of the heroes.
Especially
that,
because when I'm
Karki can
recording,
use. It has been
people are
a
gonna see
trend
the
that
VOD.
Tanks let you know, but he was able to adapt. Given that he said
I
that
never
it was
gave you
a
permission.
boring, type of a jungler, but
You keep saying
you
that,
can
but I
see
actually,
the
there's
changes
no,
in,
I
on how
never
they
gave you
really look
permission.
at, the things, because they are
just did it.
aware that they need to change some of the things for them to be able to secure a win over the other teams.
A lot of questions for Echo and Omega, but the biggest one is for Omega.
It's
Are
been
there
over a
any
week. You should be able to
traces
change your
of
name now.
Lason left
Pretty sure
in
it's been a
Smart
week.
Omega? The Poison. Let's lay down some facts here. Since their failure to make it past the play-ins last season after that collapse against Bren Esports in the first round where they lost reverse. They were up 2-0, just needed one more game, but then Bren went 3 in a row. Smart Omega's capability to be poisonous has been in question. Their ongoing campaign didn't help with this case, as their new roster's poison doesn't seem to be as potent as the one with Chaknu and Itomax. You've talked about it a little bit, Midnight. Have we seen enough to hold on to the idea that Smart Omega still
No,
has
that's
that
not me,
poison?
bro.
Or is it still too shaky to say so?
That's not me.
True, but you can also make the case wherein you can
See, my hands are here,
Smart Omega played with kind of
and
an
they're still typing.
roster last season, even though they didn't make it into the play-ins. It was
It's
a different
confusing
Omega
to
that
new
time.
viewers,
Like,
bro.
They started regular season at a very, very strong foothold, but it's not the
Can you
typical
like log
storyline
into
that we
another
see from
account?
the Barangay. And I feel like this season is a different case, because although they are quite shaky at the moment, the players are now sitting well with this current roster, and the composition works. You know, there are a few games wherein you have a lot of questions as to the individual plays that they make, but definitely you see the potential of this roster.
Now, on the other
He's
hand,
not
Echo
trying to
isn't
frame me.
exactly
He's
out
got
past
good
outings for
intentions.
once
It was
played
just a
by,
joke last week.
Eliminations in the play-in
But then he
of
got
the season,
stuck
considering
under
Blacklist
that
is run,
name.
They could be overtaken if they show some signs of
Like
slowing down. So
he was like changing his name to first he was Private Dancer, then he changed his
But
name
actually for Echo,
to
again,
TrexCast, and it was
is
just
the
a
type of
joke,
team
guys.
wherein
Like I'm
we
not
could
really
see
mad about it.
sometimes that they're not
It's
really
just now
stable
that it's
on
been
how
like
they
a week.
play. There are moments wherein
now it's a
they
little
play
like
really good, but
guys.
at the same time, it's as if
Now
it's
it's a
not
little
Echo
because
that
new
they
people
are
that come into the stream
looking.
don't know
So
the
it's really
joke,
more on the consistency
and they
for
think
Echo
it's
that
me.
we should really expect for this game, because it has
And
been
he
their
says
problem
something
since
like,
the start of the season. The consistency, yes, they could be very fast on
Hoon
their plays, but
solo
the
the whole of
execution
Burma.
could be fast, but at the
Like,
same
it's just
time,
little
it has
things
to be on
that
point.
I would never
Yeah,
say.
on point, consistency. Those are some of the biggest factors we're looking for from Echo. At one point, they were very consistent. As you put earlier midnight, that Echo did start off the season hot, but then after that week 4 loss to RSG, after their last series with Omega even earlier this season, we started to see some holes in the Echo Express. But first off, let's go on over to Sona, our insider backstage.
It was funny the first few days, and now I'm
Maraming
kind of
salamat,
like,
casters, and you have
oh.
emphasized enough kung gaano nga ba kaimportante ang magiging laban na ito para sa dalawang kupunan. This is the final series of the day. It's Echo versus Smart Omega. Ang lason laban sa mga Orca. This time, when we're talking about it, ay kailangan pa rin nating tignan ng mabuti kung ano ba
Let's see
ang
what sweet
kahalagahan
subtitles they
ng
give us.
standings for ngayon,
Paris,
para sa
nothing,
ngayong
big
araw na ito.
nama.
Lalong-lalo na
Standing so
sa
far.
series. So we're gonna be taking a look at this one right
Paris,
away.
are you
And this
serious?
is how
Oh,
you
we're
want to
going
emphasize on the matchups that
to
we
be
will be
taking a
having.
look at
Medyo
this
napura
one right
lang ng
away.
konti,
Want to
but
emphasize on the
Echo
matchups
currently
that
has
we will be
24
having.
points.
Measuring
Currently
about it,
seated
but
at
Echo
the
currently
second
has 24
seed,
points
and ito yung
currently.
pinaka-best case scenario para sa kanila para
Seated at the
makuha
second
ang
seed, and they
upper
told you
bracket.
mean at
Either
best
a
case
2-0
scenario,
or
Paris
a
on
2-1.
Delaparra,
It's that simple.
Mount Cuba.
Ganun lang magiging kadali ang pagkakataon at tsansa nila to not only get the upper bracket spot, but to already proceed sa ating susunod na stage
Bro,
ng ating
auto-generated are
playoffs.
rough.
Now, this is where it gets a little bit confusing para sa Smart Omega, to be specific. If it's that simple for the side of Smart Omega, medyo simple rin naman para sa side,
YouTube's
or
not good
if
with
it's that simple
Tagalog.
for Echo, medyo simple rin naman para sa side ng Smart Omega. Currently seated at 15 points, nasa pang-5 seed sila sa standings. If they get a 2-0 para dito sa laban na to, then that means all they have to do is to win their next match against TNC via a 2-1. Pero kabaliktaran naman at kung sakali na opposite yung mangyayari para sa dalawang kupunan, in case they get a 2-1, then that means kailangan nila ng 2-0 sweep sa susunod nilang laban. It is
How do we feel about all the
reminder that
whiteboards?
both of these teams ay meron pang dalawang matches na natitira for the rest of the regular season. Kaya naman, kailangan nilang ipanalo ang parehas na games na ito. And this is gonna be the most important part for them to win this one. This
I like
is
that
the
light blue
case of
suit.
getting an upper bracket spot versus getting the playoff spot. Smart Omega versus Echo. Casters, back to you.
Zona couldn't have said it any clearer. 2-0 and 2-1 for Echo means they secure the upper bracket. Omega, if they, whether 2-0 or 2-1, means they just need or 2-0, vice versa. See, math, we can do it.
Math, we can do it.
Quickly though, again, this is why this is another, again, drama-filled matchup. What it means for these two teams in terms of their playoff slotting and why.
Oh, I'm tired.
I am right now feeling what both of you feel, where you said don't expect anything, but at the same time, I expect chaos. So that way, I think what we will just all expect is craziness.
Craziness, yeah.
And I feel like the most team that is affected here in this match is definitely Omega, because you have such young players on their side, like Miko.
No Leo and
It
Wolf
is,
tonight.
It is
No
going to be his
Naisu,
first
no
time
Leo, no Wolf.
being put in this high pressure situation.
They're
where
on the
he has to
Tagalog
play
desk,
his
question
best
mark?
to at least get into playoffs.
Yeah, actually, what's really important for these young players is the moral boost that they need as much as possible. They're up against a team, for
Let's
Smart
see.
Omega specifically, they are up against a team that has a lot
No,
of
they're not.
experiences.
Yeah.
But they could take Sanji and Sanford as an example with that moral boost, emotional stability at that.
Points, future, playoffs hopes, upper bracket, history can be determined by the next few matches. This one isn't any different.
This is
Just
the
a bit
English
more
cast, yes.
Welcoming our two teams, Omega and Echo, to the stage. The story has been set. Conditions talked about somewhat. I mean, we still haven't done the keys to victory. That'll come in a little bit later.
It's
But
not English
we
cast
gave
without
you
Mirko.
the
Bro,
overall
it's
story
Philippines.
to expect of it all. So let's meet our characters. Welcome to the stage, the Barangay and the Orcas.
The betting guy. Smart Omega.
This team is no longer a stranger to the threat of elimination. But before the reigning world champions, can the entire barangay cheat death once more? Hailing from the barangay, it's Smart Omega!
100-0 Echo. I don't know. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Betty Cutie! Sanford's so young, bro.
The Loud Orcas may have already secured their playoff slot, but there's no way they are stopping at that. Will they be the next to secure the upper bracket berth? Welcome the reigning champions of the world, Echo!
The reigning world champions. What a title.
And their coaches, Coach Itumax and Coach Tic Tac. A battle for
Tic-tac.
survival and safety. What's it gonna be?
And here are our cast of characters for Barangay Omega: Kelra, Ryzen, Luis, Stome, and Miko.
Poison is still alive. However, we are facing two new characters that are put in a different situation. Luis and Miko, two young players on the Barangay. Even though Miko has played for Omega last season, this is his first time trying to contend for the playoff spot, but they are backed up with experience on the form of Ryzen and Kelra. Again, the gold
So
standard.
wait, Luis
And
normally doesn't-
Usually what is a player that rises to the occasion on the jungle role. Very, very big performance here on the side of Barangay. It's just a matter of execution and protection on the XP lane, because it is going to come into factor here up against Echo, because Luis will be up against one of the best XP laners in the world in the form of Sanford. So it is crucial for Smart Omega to have this fundamental standing on the early stages of the game for Kelra to be able to pop off in the mid game.
And their opponents, the
Abdul,
Orcas, the
stop trying to
reigning
matchmake
champions of
here,
the
bro.
world, Benny Cutie, Carl Teasy, Sanford, Sanji, and Yawi.
We've mentioned consistency earlier, but for Echo, this is the most consistent lineup for them. Having the leadership of course, Yawi and Sanji are actually the trifecta of Echo has been doing splendid for the team. Perfect execution is the term for them, actually, in terms of the Echo Express. Having that 59% kill participation for Sanford, it goes to show that he is a type of player wherein he's part of the team fights most of the time, but at the same time, he's a type of player that brings in vision for the team. And Carl Teasy, again, we've mentioned the character development of this player, having touched just on heroes that we haven't seen him use, and it's going to be exciting for this type of lineup.
So look at the team head-to-head, quite even. Some sides leans towards Echo, some a little bit towards Omega. But let's revisit their last matchup when you think about it. It was a crazy one. It was an absolute
When was
two. And again, hence why I'm
when
not
was
surprised
Benny's
if we get the same feeling again. We might see tanks a lot.
Benny's kid
fight
born.
between these two teams in terms of contention. The Luis factor now, a much younger, much more aggressive XP laner going up against Sanford. So they've forgone the experience and wiles of Renjo to just raw young talent on Luis.
Yeah, actually, and knowing that Luis is part of the lineup now for Smart Omega, it is a big factor, no, specifically for the turtle control ratio that we saw earlier. It's 45% versus 60%. It goes to show that for Echo, they're really on the early game.
Yeah.
For Omega, since the ratio for the Lord fight participation is higher than the usual, it means that they are more on the late game. So this is something that Echo could capitalize coming into this game. And Smart Omega, they really have to force this game to be stretched as much as possible to give space to to Kelra, their goal laner.
I like how you pointed out the very big contrast in terms of gameplay, the early game and late game for both Echo and Omega respectively. Because Omega, they have Omega timers, at that 18-minute mark. Echo, they have the Echo Express backed up with Echo, with the ecosystem. They are fundamentally able to convert those into actions for victory.
All right. So
Yeah,
what
Benny
do
had a
these
kid,
teams
right?
Need to do exactly. We've already laid down just a few, but now pretty sure you know what's coming up next. The keys to victory brought to you by Infinix. I'm looking forward to seeing what these teams need to do specifically, because we've laid it down in a broad sense what they need to do: early game, late game. But now there's a Luis factor.
Yeah.
Is there something Miko needs to do specifically? So many questions, and here are the answers. Welcome to the Infinix Keys to Victory. I'm going to toss you on over to the analyst on the Filipino stream. He'll take care of you for now.
Let's talk about the needed, yung mga kailangan gawin ng dalawang teams na to.
Beware of Echo's early game snowball, punish Omega's faulty late game
Simula mo na
decision-making.
dito sa Smart Omega. Beware of Echo's early game snowball. Alam natin na yung Echo Express, isa to dun sa dalawang nakikita nating trend mula sa Echo. Most particularly the Echo Express na talagang nakita natin na madaming beses na ginagawa. It's all about snowball. Meaning to say, dapat kung sakaling makakuha ng kills ang Echo, kailangan meron silang na-trade. Meaning to say, wala silang binibigay na libre. Making it so that the early game is not gonna be one-sided. Kailangan may nakukuha pa rin sila. Kung hindi man nila kayang pigilan altogether yung early game ng Echo, at least meron sila nakukuha for themselves at umabot dun sa threshold or yung timing na malakas talaga Omega doon sa late game. Para naman dito sa Echo, punish OMG's faulty late game decision-making. Interestingly, nakita tayo na may mga kakaibang decision-making ang Omega in the late game. Alam natin na sobrang lupit ng mechanics nila in clutch moments, but when it comes to crucial decision-making, minsan napapa-overthink, minsan masyadong creative at napapasama pa nga dito yung Omega. And this is one thing na pwedeng exploit ng Echo kung sakaling umabot man sa late game. For both teams, one game at a time, but don't lose focus on the bigger goal. It's easy to focus on other things at pwede kang ma-backdoor agad or ng ma-segue ng Echo, and that's also true with Omega na pwede kayong makontra pa sa push. Yan na kailangan gawin ng dalawang teams, and that's Keys to Victory brought to us by Infinix.
So those are your K2Vs, and similar story, late game, early game, all that jazz. But Chantel, let's talk about now Omega's early game. We know them to be late game. What can Omega do here to make sure that they can contest Echo in their comfort in the early game?
Well, actually, when we say Echo, it is a chaotic type of, more on the chaotic side. So for Smart Omega, as much as possible, they have to bring, usually we say you have to bring in chaos in order. But for Echo, they also, for Smart Omega per se, they have to bring in chaos in chaos. For example, they really have to look forward on those players that are, we could see the pattern actually for Echo. We've been mentioning the Echo Express early game, but what if they find a specific player that has to be stopped? Maybe the gold lane or possible Carl TZ on the jungle area, which is actually nice. Even the gold laner, possibly, because they have to give space to Kelra since he's up against the Storm Benecutie.
So mathematically speaking, it's like chaos squared. Like you multiply chaos with chaos.
Ah, brother, why you have to bring in math?
You bring in, because we can do math quickly though. Yeah. And I think that's a very good point, because the way you break Echo Express and ecosystem is that you multiply the chaos that you bring into the table and work with that. Because we've seen the inconsistencies as well on the side of Smart Omega. If you can put those inconsistencies to use, like break the psychology of Echo, maybe that's the way to go about it, because it's very hard to fight into Echo with just sheer mechanics, because they have so many talented players, and also just objectives, because Echo just naturally snowballs.
Okay, so I like this picture we're trying to paint for Omega, wherein the somewhat chaotic, controlled chaotic ecosystem, one of the best ways to go up against it is if you yourself aren't too systematic.
Yeah.
If you aren't to A, B, and C, and you change up the alphabet and go A, B, and then F, and then just surprise that way. I like this. I like this picture we're trying to paint for Omega.
You have to go quantum physics on this one.
Yeah,
this is quantum
it's
physics.
all about science, you know, and we could see that actually it's interesting that we saw the early matchup between Echo and Smart Omega this season, and it was a 2-1.
Yep.
So we all know that Omega is also the team that brings in chaos. They don't really have a system, and on those moments that they were up against each other, it is the Smart Omega that still not gelled in properly, but this time around, I feel like we might see that systematic, chaotic type of play, whatever we call it now.
Yeah, so in a way, to contextualize this even further, to simplify it, maybe we should see more lineups that will shine as skirmish type, maybe 2 or 3 roaming together instead of full team fighting comps. Something good for pickoffs.
All right, we got some food.
I'd call this, because they're the Kings of Sea,
Okay.
play the rough waves. Like
Oh,
waves are
that's
really
smooth.
chaotic by nature, but if you understand the math, you can replicate any single wave in the ocean. So I feel like that is the main point that we're making here for Smart
Play
Omega.
the
even
rough
though we
waves.
went so deep with the science and math.
Like a
The
Just in
summary
time,
is
guys.
that if Omega can play in a very chaotic but replicable way up against
I got a
Echo, they might
reboot
have
of
a chance
energy.
to break this sort of ecosystem that was built around week 3, week 4.
Now that we are
This man said
seeing the draft of
ecosystem.
Smart Omega, we really have to consider how fast they are banning
Bro.
actually having this
The
usual
ecosystem.
even glue
Like the
and
ecosystem,
Akai.
but-
So
but the
they don't want
ecosystem?
the type of sustain for the heroes of Echo, and at the same time they're securing that
Prima.
Akai cannot be used on 2 purposes, maybe a jungler or even a hero for
Prima.
Yaoi. So this is a nice route for Smart Omega. Smart move actually for them. And now for Echo, since they banned out 1-1 and even Arlot, they could actually
All right.
ban out Fanny. Or it's going to be a different one. It's going to be Kaja. So we've mentioned Fanny and Joy is actually open for this game. So we might see a very fast type of play. But if I were Smart Omega, it's easier for them to actually secure the Joy instead of Fanny,
Still
since
hot. Gotta give
Echo
it a
is
second.
really more on the early game, but it's going to be a different story this time around.
Fredrin up front.
Fredrin as their priority pick.
All right, so they take it away from the hands of Carl Teasy. Okay, funnily enough, what we've talked
All right,
about
we're focusing on
Echo are respecting someone.
focusing on Sanford a little bit here, right?
That have been menaces.
Valentina
that
get
can make
picked
plays
up
for
front
themselves.
again, very solid.
Great with just 2 versus 2,
Omega
3
decides to
versus
go for
3
the
small
Fredrin
type
instead of
skirmishes.
picking the
So
Valentina
Echo
up front.
knows that's what we want to avoid going up against. We can't go up against an Omega squad that doesn't need to rely on team fight and that are just strong with just like guerrilla style warfare, quick pickoffs and surprises.
And this also shows that Omega did their homework. This is what RSG used to do against Echo when they broke them off on that game. They banned out the Yuzong and the Akai. Well, when they played, they also banned out the Cho, but now it's open. But I love the answer from Echo.
Ooh, I like the way Omega's looking right now.
The Lapu Lapu and Valentina. But you instantly get the
I like
the
it.
Melissa from Kelra, something that we haven't really seen them fully use on, because they
So Omega's
they kept
not
on
looking
playing
bad here.
Beatrix, Harith, even the Claudes, Moscow's, but now it is going to be on the hands of Kelra, which means a different.
All right, we're starting the
different hero
recording.
will
This
come out
is
on
game
Echo.
1.
Yep, and actually
Omega
for Smart
up against
Omega, it's a
Echo,
smart move
best
again
of
for them
3
because,
so far.
they know that
Draft
Echo will pick a Valentina, and
looking
they went
clean,
in
I think,
for a
from
hero,
both sides,
for
right?
possible hero
Echo
for
picks up the right
Stonehyer
choice in
on this
response
game,
to the
which is
Faramis, picking up the
Paramis.
Claude.
So the airborne,
I like it. A lot of
skill isn't
movement for Benny
expected
Cutie. Benny
from,
Cutie does
Echo,
great.
so
I
there's
feel like
no really
Benny
counter
Cutie
for,
just does great
the
with
side of,
fast
against this
heroes.
Melissa, which is actually
Heroes
good.
that can
But the
dance
thing
around,
is,
move
for Echo,
around.
they
It gives them the opportunity to make
they're
plays
known to be
across the
a
map,
type of
not
team
just
wherein
in
they're
team
prepared
fights.
for the
We know
Faramis
how
play,
quick
so
he is to make
they
backdoors
easily pick the
happen,
Claude
things
out
like
this
that.
game, which
So I
is
like
nice
it.
for them.
On the
So
side of
looking
Omega,
at
they
the
picked up the
Baron, now
Fredrin
it's gonna be Joy,
first
so it's
instead of the
very interesting
Valentina.
that we
They
see
banned out
Joy
the
to be banned in
Yuzong,
second
focusing on
place.
Sanford a bit
I'm not
here,
really
taking out the
expecting
glue as
to
well,
see
and then the
Joy to
Akai.
be
So they take out
banned
2
unless,
options for Carl
you
Teasy
have
as
a
well,
different
just
hero in
within
mind, maybe
the
because
3
they
bans and first
they've already
pick,
secured
and they
the
take
hero
out 2
already
options
for
from Sanford
which
here.
is
They
Lapu.
lock in possibly one of the best marksmen right now with the Melissa.
It's as if Smart Omega.
I like it. Omega has some options here. On the side of Echo, they get the Valentina, which, I mean,
for Ryzen.
the most prioed
Remember
mage in
that
the game
majority
right
of the
now,
heroes that Ryzen
essentially.
used on their wins is the tanks a lot. So this is
So
the
solid,
point.
Sanford, nice
but
dive
now with
potential,
how the drafting
even a
went
little
on
bit of
there, we still
AoE
don't know
damage
the
and
pick
stun
for Proud
possibilities
DC.
against the
We might
Fermis,
end
and
up
then
picking
also the
something
Claude,
like
like I said, to deal with the Fermis,
Jungle
Colt
Rock,
Alter.
actually, considering that
So it's
Frederick
clean. It's
might
clean so
go
far.
into the hands of Ryzen.
By the way, this is something that Echo did against, I believe that was Bren Esports when they were up against Fredrin. They played the Valentina jungle.
Ah. So Valentina jungle up against a Frederick.
Yeah, it's a hero that matches up well with the Fredrin because the thing is, even if you try to duke it out as Fredrin against a Valentina, you're not gonna be coming out of that duel in a victorious state because Valentina just sips out some health.
I love you,
XP
3000
from,
Trex.
harassing you. So
Thank you.
It is a possibility for Echo to go for that route, and they're in a very good place right now to actually get Cho still.
Yeah, Cho. Cho is the perfect hero here for
I
Echo,
love
actually,
you,
even for the
3000.
side of a Smart Omega. Remember that these are the teams that uses that, but Eve's gonna.
Valentina
Okay,
jungle.
so
Eve
Valentina
picked
jungle.
up.
So we can
I-
see the
I also
adjustment
think the-
of
I
Echo.
also
We've
think the Eve
mentioned
does well
earlier that
against the
there's no
Fermis.
airborne to be expected from Echo,
Kind of.
and they really
It's not as
respect
good
that
as
that
like
Kendra is gonna be
what happened
using,
last game with
Melissa, so
the
nice
Eve
adjustment
against
by
the
Echo, which is
Estes,
which
right?
makes Smart Omega that they could actually even
But still,
convert this Fredrin
you pop a nice
into
real-world
an XP
manipulation and
laner
catch a few members that are
to
in that
find
in that
and
Cult
zone
Altar,
out this
and then Benny
Valentina,
Cutie
maybe
comes
even
in as well with
on
the
this game. So
Blazing
for Louis
Duet.
Zero,
It's a
we
good
could
combo against
expect
what
a
Omega is bringing so
possible-
far.
Actually, I was about to say Yuja, but it was bad with Smart Omega itself. But Benedetta.
I would say
and,
I would say
that's why.
it's almost better than the Farza in a sense of like when you want to try to like going against those sustaining mids,
Control, maybe even quickly
like the
knock
Fermis
off
or the
Kelda
Estes. The
inside,
Eve is
just
almost
go
better
away
than the
bubble is
Farza.
something that can disrupt. A quick little knockup. It
But
doesn't need to
Miko
be a stun on the
quickly.
wall.
Honestly, bro, I really like Omega's draft here.
Grok. Okay, we have
I think it's
a
really
clear picture
clean.
now of the drafts of these two teams.
Okay, so looking at the lineup for both of our teams, we could say that this is really a type of lineup wherein there's no point of in them to deal with each other.
Like both teams,
in terms of other objectives.
throughout the whole
it's really
draft,
more of
consistently kind of
stopping the
picking
tempo
counters to
of
each other.
having the Grok on the side of Echo,
Back
and
and
at the
forth.
same time the Faramis Cult Alter for
Both teams have
Smart
answers
Omega.
to the
It's
other. The
thinking
Franco to
wisely
help out
and,
Omega even more here.
as much as possible,
Possibly catch
predicting
the Claude.
movement. So Vision is
Stop
going to be
the
a
real
problem here for the
manipulation.
side of Smart Omega, not knowing that there is a Grok for the side of Echo. And again, late game versus early game, but for the lineup of Smart Omega, they are also up for the early game, having the Franco, and they really have to capitalize on this Franco play. Maybe the Flicker Bloody Hunt for early game.
Yeah, so what we talked about in terms of what Omega needs to do and how they want to play, they exactly did it. A lineup that has heroes that can make plays alone, a lineup that's good for 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3 pickoffs. Omega have filled out their conditions well that we've set for them.
Yep, and you want Chaos Squared? You have Faramis Valentina. You know, there's 2 Cult Altars happening in this game. I'm gonna lose my voice here, but Hook is gonna coming
Sorry.
out from Miko. Carl TZ is gonna be
We're already
still
seeing
late a little
pressure
bit,
from Omega here.
But that is not gonna be a problem for the Valentina.
It is going to be a
so for Smart
jungle
Omega, what we
jungle
really have to
Valentina.
focus is the Petrify spell from Luis. The difference is that for Echo, yes, they have crowd control, but a millisecond of Petrify is a big factor in terms of team fights. So they really have to look forward in that, knowing that Benedetta is a type of hero that escapes well during team fights. But this is Sanford he's up against. So we might see a 5v5 as early as possible because you want to, as much as possible, counter out the rotation. So this is the usual play we were seeing on the bottom lane, by the way, having Franco on your lineup. So Benny Cutie is just careful on that.
Yeah, that's another factor we have to discuss here.
Pause.
Is
Time to eat.
where these roamers will prioritize their positioning in the game. Are they going to be spending more time, roaming? Are they going to be spending more time with their gold laners? Maybe even make some surprise rotations onto other parts of the map to throw off your opponent? Yaoi and Miko here can do so much with just a little movement, a little bit of positioning that can throw off their opponent big time.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised nobody kept their eyes on the Cho because Yaoi and Miko, their most played heroes, I believe, was both Cho and
yeah.
Kaja.
Yeah, Cho and Kaja, yeah.
But they went with the Grok and Franco. It's a matchup that is quite favorable.
Abdul, if
for
it
the
makes you
Grok,
feel
I would
better,
say,
I'm gonna ask.
especially on the, early
Mirko's
season
already
phase.
got someone in the
But
stream, but I'm gonna
terms
ask
of win
him that
condition,
maybe
Franco
for
definitely
playoffs we
has
do
the more
something.
useful one because there is that instant catch. He's a walking win condition, for God's sake. So
True.
I think that's what is that is what is good on the side of a Smart Omega. But you did mention that both sides can actually fight in the mid game as 5, and I feel like with Echo having this incredible power spike with the Valentina, it's gonna be difficult for Omega to hold their own.
Well, actually, it's interesting to see that Echo has been
There you go.
forcing those plates or altitude energy shields on.
I just
top
don't.
lane.
He's already got
So,
someone in there,
they
bro.
are
I'm not
just
gonna lie.
prepared
Like
for
I know
the 13th
personally
side.
for
And
me,
take note
if I already
that
had
the
like
IMP here for Carteezy is
if
gonna
I already
be that
had a
cult altar.
plan,
Sanford
I wouldn't
already
want
used,
like
his,
you know.
what do you call this?
It's not really
bravest
polite.
fighter.
It does not hit, and Carl TZ is still on the turtle. Sanford, however, on 3 heroes. Reload manipulation has been laid out by Sanjay like the final blow, but Echo gets the turtle, and Omega gets nothing in return.
Big win early on there for Echo. Not the approach that Omega wanted to do in that sequence. A little bit messy there, but it's also a testament to Echo just
Mirko wearing
messing
Echo
them up.
Jackman in his live.
Indeed messy, and again, this is the edge of having a Grok on your lineup, anti-crowd control, and you actually deal the crowd control for your team. And at the same time, it's as if Miko wanted to go for that hook, but at the same time, he wasn't able to pull that off against Sanji. So it's as if Omega is taking their time to have that Diesel power up. So we are looking forward to those set of plays. And a good thing is that when we talk about the marksman matchup at the bottom lane, things are looking good. So we might see the conversion later on at around 8 minutes of our game.
This, I believe, is the fastest DHS of the league. 310 on Benecutie.
Oh.
On the Claude.
Very quickly there that he got it. So it just goes to show how much fun and comfort Benecutie has there in the gold lane, and now he's even quickly rotating through the mid lane to get a bit of farm as well. And now, because of Omega being pick-off dependent, not with their 2 pulls, they have 2 pulls, one on the Franco, one on the Faramis. Maybe that's why they ended up going with the Grok, because usually the victims of pulls from these two are the roamers of the opposing team. Yeah. So now Yaoi just sticking beside walls, power of nature, doesn't need to worry about it because he doesn't get crowd control in that state.
And in other moments, actually, he can be the bait for the other team. And then if there's going to be a pull from Omega, he would just go for the wild charge. Just
Yeah, if they
counter
pull
out
him in wild charge.
Instant dongo. As nice as says.
The
Dongo.
dongle.
The
That's how he
dongle
really
way.
pronounces it?
Yeah.
The dongle.
Yeah.
The dongle.
He says dongle.
Yeah. By the way, explainer there, that's what certain players, especially on the side of Echo, call the ultimate of the Grok, the Dungul. But
Nice
if you're,
Dungle.
yeah, but if you're nice and you're in
What
the
does
industry,
Dungle stand for?
Dongle.
Dongle.
Not a dongle.
Yeah,
but-
it's kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Dongle.
All right.
You can just say dongle.
Okay.
We might see that dongle again for this spiritual objective.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's active for Yaoi, but we can see for Omega right now, they really have to consider how Stone will use the
Sanford.
cult altar.
Again, with the bravest fighter, zoning out the brethren of Smart Omega, and again, fundamental approach by Echo to secure that turtle.
One-man zone out here, and we're getting closer and closer to sudden power spike, one team fight leading to 3 or 4 kills timers for Echo. I need to come up with a better way to shorten that, but that's what I'm talking about here. The Claude undisturbed, fastest DHS so far.
Yeah, that's...
Echo can spike suddenly and surprise Omega.
Yes, and this is actually dangerous for the side of Omega because this is not the usual Echo that we see. They are on a slow start, but everything is working
Carl.
well for their rotation.
Carl, both retreats has been used, Ryzen with the energy eruption. And Echo, they're just waiting for
All
the
right.
chance here, but Benecutie has been pushing.
Ooh,
On
the
lane,
dongle.
there
The
goes the
dongle.
dongle from Yaoi, and Keller drops as Carl TZ goes in with his own cult altar just to get out of the tower, and Echo
Bro,
takes the kill.
Nico can't land any
Charge
hooks
was
right
indeed
now.
wild by Yaoi, setting up that kill.
The dongle for a dungeon play here
Yeah.
for Omega. And this is something that Omega has to look forward. Again, those flicker wall charges from Yaoi and Echo right now, they are slowly
Echo knows their win
turning
condition
into
too,
that,
right? Focus on
Echo
Kelra.
Express again. But for Omega,
Slow
what
down
they
the
really
Melissa.
want is to, as much as possible, give space to
Slow down the
Kelra,
Melissa as much as
even
possible,
release
right?
With those backup plays, having the Petrify, we've mentioned that earlier. Now, Cartes, the good thing with this jungler, or the play that he's been doing, is since he has the lead in terms of the levels, he is aware that there is a passive advantage against the other players. But right now, take note that Luis already has the Bloodlust Axe. So we might see him to be part of the initiations and even the team fight later on.
Yeah, that's a big if though, because so far I've just been seeing way more Sanford with how he's controlling lane. Quicker to clear the wave, maximizing his damage and pokes that his presence
I think
is much more
Miko's.
felt compared to the Benedetta
I guess they have
Omega.
Stone, so they don't have like big damage as their mid, right? So like I was gonna say, I feel like Miko's a little. He's hovering Kelra a little
with the
too
Grok,
much maybe, and not able to help make plays around the map.
He's supposed to give vision, but at the same time, he's able to negate
But he has
the
to,
jumping
right?
pattern of Omega. Even the movement right now of Omega isn't really that nice if you're up against Echo, and the lead is just expanding for Echo on this game.
Red Phoenix, what's up, man?
It is now around at 3K. So later on, there is going to be a conversion for the side of Echo. And looking at the difference in terms of the itemization, even for, we call it an itemization we're in for Sanford, that he is aware that he needs the damage and at the same time physical defense.
Miko's like, why can't I get in here?
And added the physical attack, and in an instant, the Benekute just pokes the turrets against Omega.
Grok is getting conditioned over Smart Omega. Ryzen with the energy.
Oh, nice hook. There we go. Finally.
Used by Sanji, but Yawi is able to
Bro,
figure out Ryzen falls
there you
up
go,
with
Ryzen.
the Appraiser's Wrath, and he is able
They
to
needed
get
that.
the roamer off the Orcus. But
Sanford?
Sanford has a different idea.
Oh.
And on to Kelra against the Melissa. Is that
Come on,
enough?
come on.
No,
good
not
pick, good
yet.
pick.
The caller is there, and Omega
I know
saves
I'm
their
like
own
cheering
marksman.
for
They
Omega
can't
here a
do
little
it and
bit.
Cannot answer back. The card easy.
But I
He
just want to
wants
see like a
fight
good
still.
game.
Smart Omega disengages.
And look at that.
I'm
After
glad I went to
that
bed early so I
team
get to see that gorgeous
Echo just disengage against Omega, and there's no actually trade for the side of Omega. But these are the moments wherein if you are Echo, you have to be mindful of those flicker initiations that are really deep on the map of Smart Omega. It is a 2-2, yes, but look at the lead. It is 1.5k gold lead, and even Sanji has the Ice Queen 1, so things might be slower for Omega if they really want to counter-engage against Echo.
Oh, the Dongo is there from Yawi to Grok. With the wild charge onto the Benedetta, electrified blow being used.
Oh,
but
Sanji's
Sanji
waiting for him.
is there to capture Benedetta off guard, and he cuts off the exit for the Benedetta.
Brilliant decision there by Yawi. He was waiting for an eye for an eye of the Benedetta, saving the ultimate, maximizing the Dungo coming out of that.
Every
Grok.
wild charge.
Maximizing the
even right
Dungo.
on point for the Void Crystal for
I'm gonna have to use that one.
Sanji at
Look
that
at
moment.
Carl.
So that
Can
Luis-
someone from PH let me know what
On
Dungle
Red
actually
Ryzen,
means? Like, why do they call it that?
75% HP, and Echo is confident.
I
on
gotta
this
use
gold
that word in
take.
my next
Nico,
cast.
however, is sitting in front of the Lord, so he gets vision. Hook is not gonna land on anybody, and Smart Omega has their heroes on, has their sights on this Lord.
Echo has the lead here, but we have seen Omega has a capability to turn around the situation. So Echo needs to respect that. They still have the lead, but Omega might just turn this around if Echo aren't careful.
Actually, it's a bit difficult for Ryzen to force this Lord pull because of the taunts from Cartesi's hero. So even the slow from Sanji onto this game. Nice control by Echo, by the way, on this Lord pit.
Echo, Yawi positioning himself to find and look for a big wild charge. The Guardian's Barrier is there, but Storm is in with the Ghost versus Sanji, though, with the real limited vision.
No,
Luis
and he
there
has to
to
use the Cult Altar away from the
Force Lord
team.
here for Echo, and they want to fight. They have Lapu Lapu on the front lines against Ryzen, and Omega,
Bro.
they cannot.
Oh!
It's there! It connects.
Well
onto
played,
Sanji.
well
Very
fucking
good,
played.
amazing do it. Echo, they really want to fight Conceal from Smart
Okay,
Omega.
Luis.
They want to chase for more, but
That was, oh! The Dungo!
Echo, they completely wipe out the heroes here on the side of Smart Omega. It is just Stone left, but there are enough heroes on the side of Echo to just dive in the towers.
Bro.
Of Smart
Bro.
Omega. They take out the Claude, however, with Luis on the Benedetta.
Luis.
He wants to go for more, but Yawi is survivable.
Luis
He is
looking for
able
him.
to get out of the fight, but Cartesi, he wants to go for the chase against Luis, but the Benedetta can get away. But that is massive for Echo.
For Yawi Dang, that's the goal for that Grok. Again, he was able to pull off that play, and take note, we really have to commend what Sanji did during that moment. He was able to zone out Stone and force the Cult Altar just to be used alone to save himself during that team fight. And at that moment, Echo was just dictating the flow of the objective taking on that Lord. That nice minion wave flowing, by the way, for the team. And we could see now a gap in terms of the gold in for this marksman. For Omega, we only have 2 items for Kelra on this game, while for Echo, for BennyQT to be exact. He has
Seal.
okay.
Yawi with the wild charge and real world manipulation
Nice
being
wall.
laid out by Sanji.
Nice
The color
wall.
is there, but it has been depleted by Echo.
Oh my
and
God.
They don't have the sustain. Lapu Lapu goes in, as well as Carl DZ. BennyQT
Sanford goes
with the
down.
damage output, but he is fighting off Kelra. He wants to be able to fight
Oh my God.
Blazing Duet
Bro.
is there to take out the Melissa and Smart Omega.
Echo.
They lose 4 and Echo only loses Sanford.
Kelra falls to
Omega
the tune
wasn't
of
ready.
the blazing duet as the Orcas have their eyes set on ending this
Carl
game.
DZ, he comes
Omega
in.
wasn't ready,
Energy
bro.
round is not going to be enough. And Echo, they are going to take game number 1.
Louder
Omega wasn't
and
ready,
louder
bro.
are the drums of war of Echo thundering. Closer to the barangay, backs against the wall is Omega. Echo comfortably pushing them and comfortably pushing themselves into the upper bracket. Just one more point away.
You know what? For Echo, we've mentioned the controlled aggression, the controlled Echo Express, and it translated on this game.
Yeah.
They started slow, but when the right moment was there, they were able to pull off and counter out the supposedly aggression from a Smart Omega, which is actually nice because they're able to weigh now, which is better for them, what suits them well in terms of team fights.
Yeah, and it's funny because we set it up earlier. Slow-paced games such as these, having a lineup that is built like that from Echo, it'll all just explode in one moment.
Yeah.
And it did. It took until the Lord. It looked good for Omega. Again, we were setting up that they can contest it, but Echo was just very, as you mentioned, systematic about how they approached that team fight, although Sanji got caught out from a
All right, guys, I got to start getting ready
by
for work,
Nico,
sadly.
and Lewis was holding on for
Sad.
dear life. Echo knew they had
Direct
the lead and they
translation of
held on to it.
Dungal
Yeah. And
is
the
probably
game
a very
not
forceful
chaotic
shove,
enough,
but in a
I
funny
think,
way.
For
Okay.
Smart Omega, they just consistently
Thank you.
reacted to whatever Echo was doing, and it ended up being a very clean game for the Orcas as they just took over the map, got in the
I gotta
resources,
call it.
and
I'm
was
gonna
able
watch
to
the games while I'm
convert that
getting
into
ready for
mid-game
work.
Power spike, which is very.
I got like
very
an hour
strong
until
their
work.
side.
Yep.
And again,
I got like an
very
hour,
nice
bro.
goals from the Grok.
I got to start getting ready.
I love what Chantel
I gotta
said
call
earlier.
it.
Dang, that's the goal.
Much love, guys.
So,
Until next time.
That
That's
flew
nice.
over
I like
your heads
it.
right there. That's a wordplay there, but season
Trex
10
is
Filipino
out.
broadcast best caster. I am not gonna hesitate with mentioning that when I can. I've done it twice today. Maybe I won't do it anymore, but because I don't want to